And we're live.
Hey.
Live.
We're live.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, chat.
Hey,
Welcome
chat.
everyone. Just
Make
making
sure
we're all good here.
make sure audio levels are okay.
Before we get too started tonight, please everyone say a prayer and sacrifice, I don't know, something living to the malevolent overlords Comcast. Make sure I don't lag for this evening. Usually like 5 goats. 5 goats should do it.
I actually thought you were going to
I
say
ate 2 hot
Harambe.
dogs. Is that good enough?
You ate 2 hot dogs? Nice.
That's at least like 7 different types of animals. in
Right?
One of those. So you're good.
I had a
Yeah,
burger and a
everything
salad.
covered.
Listen, I had a burger and a salad, and it was a Cobb salad. And we all know the Cobb salads have a assortment of proteins in there, like bacon,
Mhm.
chicken.
Yep.
You can have a chicken Cobb
That
salad.
egg. Yeah.
Yep, egg, exactly.
I like the chicken and the bacon. The salad part, not too interested in. Yeah.
It's a vehicle
Oh,
for
I love
delivery
it.
into the mouth. Trust
Yeah,
me.
Cobb salad
No,
is delicious.
that's a fork is a vehicle for delivering food. To your
Fork
mouth.
is
The
like-
salad is just
Fork is the
garnish.
fuel. The salad is the bed that the truck is carrying the delivery for into your mouth. See?
Mm.
I don't know if I can follow you there, but I love a good Cobb salad.
All in all, Cobb salads are delicious.
Yes, agreed.
Oh,
Yep.
all right. That was the Planet Destiny podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Guys,
Thanks for hanging.
basically, this podcast has just kind of devolved into talking about food and
Right.
praying that
Yeah.
Rise of Iron comes out sooner than it says.
What are we at?
Having
Like
arguments
25
about
days?
food. Yeah, about 25 days.
So, yeah.
That's
Wait, did
pretty
we
good.
start the
Cool.
podcast yet?
No. Hopefully,
Yeah.
like a,
Well, not really. Not really.
hopefully like a
No.
week.
Did you do the
before
intro?
We get like some kind of
No,
special,
I haven't done the intro.
special
Okay.
something or something.
All right.
A little something,
Let me
something?
do the intro real
Yeah, a
quick.
little win week meta.
Hello and welcome to the 85th Planet Destiny podcast. And now we can continue talking from the beginning part of the
Talking
show.
about
Welcome
food.
everyone. Hello.
Cobb salads are
Talking
delicious.
about food.
Food
Yeah.
questions for the Twitter questions tonight
Awesome.
Oh, good.
because they're fun.
Thank God. 'Cause, apparently, if you read the comments on YouTube, it's like half of them are people talking about, how right I am on my
Half.
stance about
50%.
The wrong half.
Yes.
The wrong
Yeah.
half.
No.
It's okay to be wrong. That's part of life, is learning your lessons.
Everyone
It's
out
like
there
you
that
don't learn
supported
from
me
your
last week in my
mistakes.
fight against like the people that just want to put ketchup on everything.
Not everything. Hash browns. Good Lord. It's not like you're trying to put... Anyways, we can go into it. We don't need to stir. We don't need to kick the hornet's
Started
nest.
right off the bat. I love it.
Yeah.
Start
We don't
right
need to
off
kick
bat.
the hornet's nest.
Get it out.
Hey, I got my new trial.
Oh,
or
nice.
T-shirt, personalized.
Oh, nice.
My name.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm wearing.
I haven't checked my mail
Yeah,
yet. I need to do that.
I gotta say the the personalization thing on those Moments of Triumph T-shirts.
Yeah,
It feels like it's a piece of tape with a name
Yeah.
on it.
I don't have
but
anything else
I
that says
understand.
Briar Rabbit on it. I don't have a T-shirt shop or anything. So I'm excited to get it. That was the first.
Fair
That's
enough.
awesome. Yeah, mine might be in the mail. Might be sitting waiting for me. I need to go check
It took a
that.
while to get here, and they sent me
Yeah.
the- Sure, I ordered the one with the wolves and Saladin standing in the middle, like the 8-bit design, and they sent me.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Uh-oh.
Recall
Oh, there we go. Audio cut out for a second.
on
we're good
me
now.
or Briar? On me or Briar?
Both. It was like a Skype
Oh.
issue.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Ah.
it. That's a you problem.
Yeah, that was definitely a Tefty problem. Don't worry. I'm waiting for Comcast to join the
It's
party.
me,
here.
guys.
They're waiting in the wings, waiting for that introduction. They'll just come bursting in and crash this party.
Be like, hello, Comcast here.
So after like the news explosion of the last few weeks, it's been a little slower this week.
A little slower
Yeah.
this week.
Slower.
It's been slow as far as news goes. Oh, I suppose before we get too much into it. Sorry, Watts is not here this week. As many of you know, DestinyCon is like as of recording this tomorrow or the day after. Whatever.
2 days.
We're all traveling tomorrow.
It's Saturday.
We're all traveling tomorrow. So well, at least Tefty, me, Watts are traveling. Briar, I'm sorry. But yeah, Watts had to go
We'll miss you, Briar.
drop her.
I can't be trusted at Community Con.
Fire, he kicks down too much hot sauce, and everybody has to run.
Ever since the brownie and the ketchup incident, I've never been invited back.
I feel like I'm missing out on something, but yeah, Watts had to go drop her cats off at the kennel, and due to the Seattle road system, that takes like 20 hours apparently.
Oof.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, there is some stuff to talk about aside from a rather slow week as news goes. I gotta say, something fucking awesome happened in the community this week. The
Sure did.
Destiny
Yes.
Con charity stream. Holy shit. We can curse on this podcast, but you couldn't curse on that stream.
No tip jar here.
Yeah.
No tip jar, right?
No swear jar.
Swear
No
jar.
swear jar here.
Right. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the course of the week,
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
In
5
days,
continuous days.
they raised $500,000.
Yeah.
$500,000.
$500,000
That's
to St. Jude's.
It's the number 5 and then 5 zeros.
It's $1 million
Yeah.
divided in half. Half a
Yeah.
million. It's incredible.
That's huge. That's
That's-
fucking huge.
It's absolutely massive. St. Jude's said it goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and they said it's the largest gaming charity that they've experienced, like easily,
The
like
largest-
doubled it, right?
The largest charity that they had ever received for like gaming was, I believe, 250,000. And so Destiny community, you guys doubled that. So
Yeah,
if you
doubled
donated,
down.
if you watched like, anything, thank you to everyone that donated to that. That is
absolutely.
a
Yeah.
tremendous effort on the part of the community. So thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
incredible.
amazing. You guys pretty much rocked it. Nice job.
yeah. Milestones across the board. It's just,
Mhm.
it's heartwarming. You know, heartwarming.
It is, right? It makes you
Yeah.
feel good to be part of this community, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's so positive. So it's incredible.
Yeah. A lot of people will get a lot of help because of that.
That'll be awesome. St. Jude's, really good cause. Feels good to
Yep.
help the kids. Help the kids. Help
Yeah,
the kids.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you guys,
And
guys
that's
get to tune into the stream at all and actually watch some of it?
A little bit here and
A
there.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, those
I watched
exciting
the-
things.
I watched like the last. I watched Professor Broman's like the last slot essentially with
Mhm.
Professor Broman. It was just insane, starting out at like 300 something thousand, and then it just exploded and kept going. I didn't think they would make it to that 500,000 mark, but like in the last couple of minutes, they closed the gap there. It was amazing.
Didn't he get like 100 and something thousand during his 4-hour block?
Oh yeah, it was over
Crazy.
100,000 during
That's
Wow.
insane.
It's incredible.
Bungie, like even people from Bungie got in on it. A bunch of Bungie employees were donating, and then the Bungie Foundation is also
Was massive,
matching every 1-to-1 all donations done by Bungie employees. Like Pete Parsons, the CEO of Bungie, came in and donated some as well. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's massive. Yeah. It's incredible. Saying 140K.
140K. Okay,
140K
Awesome.
during his stream. Yeah, over 140K
That's insane.
during his block. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, it's such a milestone and such positive energy being generated out of it. Just the fact that everybody came together made that happen. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Destiny community is easily the most unique and special and incredible community on Twitch because of that, you know?
Mhm.
Because like things like that can actually happen. So it's incredible.
Fantastic week for the most part. And then
Yep.
there's I think tomorrow where there's going to be another stream as well. There's going to be another stream as well with like any of the community members that happen to be in Tampa for tomorrow.
Mhm.
I'm flying down there tomorrow, so maybe I'll show up in it. I have no idea what my schedule's looking like once I'm there, so who knows? Maybe
Yeah, I'm
maybe I'll show
supposed
up in
to-
the stream tomorrow.
I'm supposed to get in there around 5:30. I arrive in Tampa at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to have time or not. It'd be awesome to stop by, be a part of that, but I don't know if it's going to be possible for me. It'd be fun.
Hope you guys make.
Yeah, I'll say I'm arriving in. I'll be arriving in there at like 4:30 or so tomorrow. So then after hotel and whatnot, and
Yeah.
we essentially got a day to do stuff.
Hell yeah. It's awesome.
You guys gonna make any content while you're there with other guys, or just gonna focus on having a good time?
I think I'm just gonna focus on like it's a community event. I want to go down there and just meet people from the community. I'm not gonna bring my laptop or any production stuff while I'm down there. I don't want to have to focus on making a video and editing shit and uploading stuff. So
I'm probably gonna get some vlog footage just because it's a fun thing to vlog, kind of catalog.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it would be a fun block.
Yeah, memes is coming with me, so we're gonna be able to kind of tag team like that, be making some vlogging content. But at the same time, I don't want making a vlog to take away from the experience. You know what I mean? Like thinking, I gotta get some footage or something like that. So it's gonna be secondary from being able to hang out, meet everybody in person. Holtz, we've never met in person, so that'll be the first time.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't.
Right?
I wonder how tall you are. So am I going to be
short.
looking up or down? Oh,
I'm
like-
guessing 4'8".
Damn, that's short.
wow.
I'm like
Peter.
5'8", 5'9", so I'm like a short Irish guy.
Okay, yeah, a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a fun event. If you're wondering why we're not too energetic right now during the podcast, it's because we all basically have to take flights, not too far from now. So we're trying to wind down. Tefty, you're not doing the Zer video tonight.
I'm going to try to get
doing
some sleep. I won't be streaming tonight, nor doing the Zer video. Hopefully I'm going to be sleeping and getting rest because I have to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning. No, I have to leave at 4:30 in the morning. I'll have to wake up before that.
Yeah, so that's like 2 hours after Zer there too. So yeah, I'll take care of that video. I'll take care of that for you.
Nice.
Hopefully,
Do me
as long as
proud.
my internet doesn't crap out. As long as my internet doesn't crap out on me again. This week's been a nightmare.
I feel
So,
like there's like a lull like in the excitement for Rise of Iron this week. It's like everything's kind of looking at the community con, everything's looking at the charity stream. Like everybody's kind of been so focused on that like Rise of Iron really isn't on the menu right now. It's like maybe next week we'll get a little bit more news. Maybe the week after that, and then like right then we're gonna once you guys get back from the community con, we'll be looking Rise of Iron right in the eye.
That's the
But right
home
now
stretch.
it's like a real short term thing. Yeah, hopefully we'll get like a 1 week kind of buffer between Taken King and Rise of Iron, where maybe they change the sandbox a little bit. Maybe something cool gets added to patrol, like those giant axes. I'm hoping for like a little teaser, something like that we've seen in the past. But it's funny. It's been like a slow news week about Rise of Iron, but all this other stuff has been going on kind of on the periphery of Destiny. That's been so exciting.
Yeah.
It's been an odd week.
No,
is I guess what I'm getting at.
Yeah. PAX is going to be next week as well. So I imagine there will be something during that.
Did you see the Bungie stores bringing to PAX?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's more than just shirts, right? There's a bunch of stuff
my
coming.
God.
It's more than just shirts. Let me see if I can find that.
They
link.
got a replica Thorn hand cannon they'll be selling. They got a foam replica hunter knife. No, you're coming away with one of those, Patrick.
I'm buying all of them. I'm not going to PAX, but I'm going to buy all of them.
Yeah, this is being
They
sold
got-
on their website, right?
No, it's
some
PAX
of the stuff
exclusive.
is going to be convention exclusives. The replica Thorn and the foam replica knife are convention exclusives. They got some Penny Arcade Destiny pin set. They got a couple of shirts that are exclusive.
I get it.
Yeah. But there are a bunch of Destiny shirts. Some are those new community designed ones. I see,
Yeah.
especially the Spade or the King of Spades one. That's Cade 6. I remember that one.
It's like they have all the really nice action figures there as well.
They have
Looks
them
like-
here available at register, and then the Titan is available, but the other two, the Hunter and the
pre-order.
Warlock, are pre-order.
Okay.
So that stuff is pretty cool. If you're going to PAX and you're going to go to the Bungie booth, call me. I want me
Yeah.
a Thorn.
Hook me up.
And
Yeah, a Thorn. I'm
And
just
a
now seeing
replica
this. Yeah,
hunter knife,
convention
man.
exclusives. That's too bad. It's only at PAX because I would
Yeah.
totally
Care.
buy one of those.
I know I've been saving up to like move, but foam replica hunter knife.
Right?
I'm investing all stocks into foam replica hunter knives.
No
Beautiful.
pet in Patrick's neighborhood will be safe from the throwing knives
Foam.
of doom.
Foam.
Yeah, if you get a headshot, it magically reappears in your hand. Also,
Hopefully,
it's
hopefully
pretty
it doesn't
nice.
set anything on fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you happen to be going at PAX, it looks like there's going to be some exclusive swag to pick up there if you
Cool stuff,
pay
dude.
for it.
The Ghost plush, which I'm very fond of.
Yeah.
That's been available for a while though.
Oh, I should buy one of
my
those.
God.
I've never bought one of those.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need one, Tefty? Do you want one?
I do.
Well,
I need to buy
I
one.
have two.
Do you bring one to
but
DestinyCon?
I don't know, man. I was kind of wanting to give those away to the community.
Oh, no, you should do that. You should do that, man.
I kind of want to give those away. You go buy
Yeah,
your
yeah.
own damn Ghost.
No, I'll buy my own. You do a giveaway. That'd be awesome.
That Bungie store. If you want to see what else is available from Bungie at PAX, you can go to the This Week at Bungie this week. Not a lot of news in This Week at Bungie, but a lot of cool stuff in there regardless. Got a ton of pictures of new weapons and armor. Some of this
Mhm.
stuff looks amazing.
Yeah.
They linked the art stations of a bunch of different artists, and as usual, the Bungie artists are just completely knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
For
just
weapon
incredible
models and
design.
everything.
hmm
Yeah, we see
I'm a huge fan of the Trials of Osiris stuff.
oh the weapons with the golden barrels look just stupendous.
Yes.
Like they're my favorite looking weapons we've seen in this game so far.
Yeah, they're.
Mhm.
I feel like the visuals are getting a step up, and I wonder if it's because of dropping last gen, and now they know that they can do even more assets to the weapons and all
They
that.
might be able to have like higher texture resolutions on some of the
Uh-huh.
stuff, or it's also because this is on ArtStation. This is a high quality render
Yeah.
of the actual models.
I was thinking that too, but at the same time, I'm like, the armor seems to have more detail, but again, it might just because of high resolution renders.
Yeah, the Iron Lord stuff with the flame ornaments, man, it
Mhm.
looks sick. And they had to get rid of the excuse for getting rid of the flaming head from the Nightfall was because it wouldn't work with last gen, right?
I think so, right?
Was it?
I thought so. I thought to add in
No.
other stuff to get rid of the flaming head.
Because when they took out the flaming head buff because the buff from the Nightfall was going away. Because they
Maybe.
They
Probably
took away the
both.
buff itself from the Nightfall and just increased the rep that you got from it. Supposedly, I don't remember how much rep you used to get and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be a reason that they just never told us. For all I know.
That's
We
possible.
also found out that Trials of Osiris will be going on a hiatus after the weekend of September 2nd
Okay.
and returning
so that's
on September 30th. So Trials will be
next week.
gone for nearly a
For
month.
a month. Yeah, wow. We do DestinyCon, and then that's it.
wait. It's coming back on the 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my birthday.
Hey,
Nice.
birthday.
Birthday trial stream.
Happy
Trials
early birthday.
year.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be fun.
Oh, wait. So we have it next weekend. So this weekend and the next, right? For trials?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, no, the second. It's going away on the second? That's Friday of next week.
This is the weekend after the 2nd.
Oh, weekend after the second. Okay, my bad. I misheard you.
Okay.
So yeah, it's so we have this weekend and the next weekend to do trials, and then basically, like you said, the 30th September.
Okay. Cool.
I wonder why they're taking it away for the lead up to Rise of Iron.
No idea.
Do you think they're going, like you were talking about, doing a week preview type of thing or a week
yeah.
event?
I'd be cool with that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do, like, all the maps are available to anybody for a week, and the
Crucible
new mode
preview.
is, yeah. I mean that's
Oh,
gonna
a
sell.
Supremacy Week.
Yeah,
That would be
Supremacy.
awesome. I'd love
Yeah.
a Supremacy Week.
That would be fun.
I'd be down. I'd be down.
We had a little conversation before. It's like we're just so looking forward to Rise of Iron that it's like the rest of Destiny feels like, okay, like let's get it. I want the new stuff,
Yeah.
man. Like I'm sick of the old stuff. I want the new stuff. I want that new.
I'm definitely feeling stir crazy. Like I got
Yeah.
this. Like I jump into Destiny. I raided last night for the first time in a few weeks, and it was
Nice.
a lot of fun. It was, I did King's Fall and Crota's End, and it was great. It was definitely great to get back into it. But at the same time, I'm still in this like, if I play Destiny right now, what am I gonna play?
Right.
I want Rise of Iron. I want it right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Be
totally.
patient. Be patient, child.
I'm like collecting all my legendary engrams, all my exotic engrams, just trying to get as ready to grind for that raid as I can.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh yeah, Trevor got the Crux last night. Like I've done like 5 Crux runs. Nobody ever gets a Crux, but last night Trevor got a Crux, so that was
Nice.
great because
Nice.
that buff rate, or I mean that drop rate. They
Is
need to
there
buff it.
anything? Okay, so is there anything left in this expansion that you guys haven't done?
I still haven't gotten the Arc Sword.
Okay,
I'll probably
I
I'll
can-
probably get that.
I can understand not getting those because it's the grinding part of those sword quests is just so. Ugh, it's boring as hell.
It's pretty tedious, yeah.
Okay, Briar, what you need to do is since you started doing that, like playing a record, like an actual record on stream,
Yeah,
you should just have like a jam session. Just like go through some tunes, like, do that on stream. Briar's chill
Yeah.
jam session, then you just go
Yeah.
pick up, go grind stuff in the
Dude,
background.
I farmed. I did
Yeah.
it. I did that on stream too. I did the Void Sword on stream,
Mhm.
and it went surprisingly quick. I mean,
Well,
it was
the
still
nice thing about
several
doing
hours.
it on stream, my experience I did the Solar Sword on stream is that basically I was just so focused on talking to chat because God knows I didn't care about picking up
Oh, yeah.
whatever planetary material. So it's just like,
Yeah.
it ended up not being a big deal at all because I could just like completely 100% focus on chat.
Yeah.
Which is, that could be an issue if I'm playing Crucible, Trials of Osiris, or even if I'm raiding. Sometimes I'll start ignoring chat because I got to concentrate on what I'm doing in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Anything else that you haven't gotten yet
me,
in terms of Taken King?
I've gotten all the exotics. I got all the exotics real early though. Like as soon as they became available, I got them.
So
How about you
what I haven't gotten yet is any of the faction exotics. Like
Okay.
the you
Yeah,
hit 25. I've like ignored those completely. I'm pretty sure I've done everything else. Everything else is possible. Aside from getting a replenish,
kind of cool too.
aside from
Faction
getting a
exotics are-
replenish party crasher on PS4,
Okay.
I would like that.
Mhm.
That'd be nice.
I would like a good party crasher on either system.
Yeah, I've
That's nice.
yet to or I've yet to actually get any of the faction exotics, but that's just because I don't really care about the factions either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also only wear that one cloak anyway, so it's not a
Sentimental.
Huge, it's
I
yeah,
really like the
so
New
sentimental
Monarchy one on my
yes.
Titan. I think it looks phenomenal. It looks different than any other mark on my Titan. And it gives you
cool.
like a special load in too, doesn't it? Like a slightly different load in animation.
Yeah, an
yeah.
animation effect.
when you
Yeah.
spawn in, it has like a color of like the faction that you're repping. So red for New Monarchy, like this kind of blackish thing for Dead Orbit, and then just too many colors for Future War Cult.
Yeah. Isn't there like a bad effect for Dead Orbit?
There is a bad effect in the one of the events from one of the items from Halloween, if you happen to still have them, the flightless
File thing, yeah.
the vials of whatever, and it'll
still have
make
those.
you have little bats on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of the many things sitting in my vault.
So yeah, I've been thinking about maybe on stream completing every single quest, like because basically all the year 1 quests were, instead of just like checking to see who's done all the quests, they just said, okay, everyone can redo them now, like the original quest lines.
Yeah.
So you can pick those up at the abandoned quest vendor or the abandoned quest kiosk. So I think I'm probably going to go in and do all those. There's nothing really different about doing them, but figure I might as well do that.
Something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't done is I haven't gotten all the Taken King ghosts yet. I might go. Just do
Oh,
a ghost hunting.
yeah.
Which
the
ghost are you
one-
missing?
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. You mean, got it. I
Not the
misunderstood.
calcified fragments, the ghosts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dead ghosts.
Don't
Yep.
be tricked. The one in Prison of Elders that came with this patch is bugged. It'll always show up even if you've already picked it up. So
I think I already
I-
got that. That one's in the end, like on the way down to the.
end on the way down. Yep.
I think I got that one. The Resolizur.
Nice.
Yep.
Huh.
And,
Actually, I don't know if I've gotten that one since it came in that patch.
The ones in like the Fogoth strike are pretty fun to get to.
Yeah.
How you guys in the community found those, I would never have guessed. There's one where you have to like go on the outside cliffs in Fogoth's room on the right side. It's like there's no logical way that you would.
There's no reason for somebody to
There's
have
no
gone over there.
reason to go over there.
Aside
it's
from
like
hunting from
there's-
ghosts.
Yeah, aside for hunting for ghosts.
I'm specifically trying to get a ghost.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
need
you
to
know what? I don't
still-
think I went and got those since April. So I
Yeah,
should do
just
that.
go get them. She'll get them.
I need to still get doubles grimoire. I know I still have another year to do it, but man, I can't play doubles. There's something just fucking terrible about it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there. That both doubles and rumble are the two things that's the only grimoire I'm missing in this
I
game.
love Rumble. Rumble's fun, man. Rumble's so low stress that I
But
just
I can't.
I like Rumble.
yeah.
I can't.
But doubles, it's like I don't know, man. Something about that. It's a tough
Yeah.
one.
The thing about Rumble for me is that everything is on me. If I lose, it's because like I wasn't playing as well as I could have been. So, it's so much pressure, and I want to win, and that's the only way to actually get the Grimoire score go up too is you have to place first in a Rumble match, not
Yeah.
like 1 through 3. It's like first, and
Wait, I thought somebody told me that they changed that.
no,
No?
they didn't.
You have to be number one
You
in
have
Rumble.
to be number 1 in Rumble for it to count for the Grimoire. So I don't know. Plus I just don't. Rumble is very intensive on 1v1 combat. So
Mhm.
all the loadouts, people are loading themselves out to play in 1v1 scenarios. So it's really aggressive.
Shotgun rushing.
Aggressive shotgun rushing, last word stuff. Because it's like, and I understand that. I just don't like that particularly. The loadouts I like to play with aren't meant for that. So I always kind
Sure,
of
yeah.
struggle to make it through there. So I'll do like maybe one rumble a week, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm done.
You know what's funny? I just have never cared about getting the grimoire for that stuff.
Mhm.
For any of the crucible types, like I'm like, well, I don't know. It's just it doesn't equate to loot, and I can't look at the stuff in the game. If I could, like if I saw it in game and it said you have not checked off this grimoire, it would bug me because I'd be like, I have to check that off. But it's not in the game, so
In
I'm
year
like,
one,
okay,
at least you saw your grimoire scored. Now you don't even
yeah,
see it. It's like you got to dig for it.
yeah, exactly.
But all this stuff is pretty secondary, right? Like what I really want is to start unlocking new exotics. I want new Rise of Iron armor, and
Ornaments.
I want to do the raid. Yeah, I want to start getting those ornaments.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
That's
have
what
a,
I'm really excited about at this point. Playing some
Um,
Supremacy.
Exactly.
Kvostov? All of you have still have your
I don't
Kvostov?
Of
remember.
course I do.
Oh, I know you do, Ryder. God, probably have 3
I
of them.
think I do.
Oh, well.
Probably kept. No, I'm ashamed of you. Then I figured you would keep. I figured you would keep the original sets that you like load in with on your characters, the Kvostov
Armor
like,
and all that.
Yeah, all the armor.
I had my original armor for a while until the Taken King basically forced me to get rid of it.
I did too, and then at some point I deleted it.
I still have my original hunter scarf. I think it's one of the best looking scarves in the game. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, the neck scarf. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so flashy. I don't know if I have my Kvostov actually.
You might have to delete a character because it's if you wanna start the quest to get the new Kvostov, the easiest way to start that quest is going to be by dismantling the current Kvostov, and it'll give you an item that starts off the chain.
What if you want to compare?
Oh, well then, delete another character, get another Kvostov.
Blah.
I thought about doing
Blah.
that.
I think I'm just gonna like if I don't have a Kvostov on me, I think I'm actually gonna just look for that because they said it drops out in the Plague Lands.
Yeah.
Randomly, kind of like how
Yeah,
those weapon,
So,
the
I'm not
Devalian,
gonna-
whatever things.
I'm not gonna dismantle my Kvostov until like I'm through with the story and whatnot.
Which is gonna be
I
like
kinda
2
wanna
hours.
Do, like the quest. It depends on what it takes to actually find those parts.
How rare it is. It could be another this Husk of the Pit, that old white auto rifle that would drop from
Oh God.
it would only
It was-
drop from the Blades of Crota.
Blades of Crota, it's a very rare drop. A lot of people
And-
try to like farm for like 40 times and don't get it.
Oh yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to go farm that one mission over and over and over.
That's what I had to do.
Yeah,
I was probably
Fistula.
there. I was probably farming that mission for 3 or 4 hours. Trying to get
Damn,
it
3 or
to
4
drop.
hours?
Yeah, it was a long time.
And it was great when I was farming it, and then you have a friend come in to join you because you might as well, and then they
And then
get
he
it.
gets it.
Yeah,
Misery
they
loves
get-
company. Then he gets
and
it.
then they peace out, and you're like, oh yeah, thanks man, I got it. It's like you.
Unfriend,
so-
block,
Turns out I forgot I got to do this thing real quick. I gotta go.
unfriendly, bad
Oh.
connection, unsportsmanlike conduct.
there are people that
You hit him with the
never-
6 report.
There's that blade mission. A lot of people farmed it for a long time and just never got that. So hopefully Bungie learned and just
Was
makes
it-
these drop
In
like
House of
candy.
Wolves, it was actually bugged, wasn't it? That you couldn't get it.
Yeah, it was bugged where you literally could not get it.
Yeah.
For a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that the only? I feel like there's been generations of bugs like that where they realized that
Like,
something was wrong with the loot rate, the loot table.
There's like
Like
ships
the
that you
ghosts?
can't get. Yeah, the ghosts.
The ghosts for Crimson Days.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, the ship's not dropping correctly. Somebody's got it. What
I
is
thought
that?
it was weird when they just recently fixed the Year One Iron Banner ship. It
Yeah,
had like the holes in the top that you could see through. They just
No, it's
recently
the holes
fixed
in the
that.
bottom.
That's
It's the holes
hilarious.
in the bottom. So when you fly into the lighthouse, it's just like there's this giant void.
Yeah, you
in
can
the
see it from the top too when you were in orbit.
That's great.
it's hilarious.
That's great.
I heard a weird
Now it
noise
looks fine.
outside my house. I just have to check it real quick. I'm sorry. This is in the middle of podcast.
I heard some knocking. Is he gonna be okay?
I think he'll be all right.
Okay, just making
All
sure.
5'8" of Tefty should be able to handle this one. Just hit him with that silky smooth voice.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited about this. I mean, these renders that are in the Bungie Weekly update this week, they look stupendous, and like they
Okay,
show
I'm
off the
back.
Titan Rise of Iron gear or the Iron Lord gear or whatever it's going to be called. It looks completely unlike anything else we've seen armor wise. You know, it's still got that Titan silhouette, but so much of it looks great. Even the Titan Mark, where it's got like it's got a front piece to it, it's got a side piece to it. You know, it looks really good.
Mhm.
The
I'm
Hunter
just-
stuff.
Oh, Tepti's back. Sorry, I don't have my
I'm
webcast
back.
pull up.
I'm back.
Save the internet speeds, but I thought we were gonna get some quality alone time, Brian and I. All right.
Sorry, guys.
The-
Sorry to
the
make this
Hunter
awkward.
tape with the ears and like the slash to the side of the
Yeah. Oh,
tape
yeah.
and the
Oh,
cat
yeah.
on it. Like it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
really nice.
They're
Fantastic.
like next level with these designs. I mean,
Yeah.
it is sexy looking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be a surprise when we get it because we've seen it all, I think.
Yep. You're like, hey, I see you in the tower with that
Oh.
sick piece of armor. I've already
Yeah.
seen it on the website.
That I've
So
been looking at for the last 6 months.
yeah,
I don't know.
awesome.
In World of Warcraft, like we would data mine all the armor and everything months before it was supposed to come out. There was stuff that we knew about years, in fact, before it was finally implemented into the game. So it's like I don't really. Once I see it, it's like cool. I can't wait to finally get that. I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
a huge spoiler for me, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about the Wrath of the Machine a little bit?
Yeah. So
The raid.
Yeah, so
Raid.
Game Informer put out an article called "Raiders of the Lost Art," and it's
Yes.
just
I
interviewing.
get what you did there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Is it really a lost art though? There's tons of different studios doing it. So whatever. Okay.
True.
I think he's interviewing Gavin Irby. Irby, the Bungie.
Maybe that was a jab at the fact that it's been a year since the last raid.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but they go through a lot of design questions about how the hell do you just make raids in a first person shooter, because the only thing that we have that's kind of similar to that would be, I don't know, Borderlands.
Yeah,
it's like
really really rudimentary version,
yeah,
as a boss with some mechanics, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they go into like, things like the UI, in World of Warcraft. If you go into the raid, which by the way, Tefty, we need to talk about World of Warcraft a little bit later. I know what you did. I know what you did.
I'm only level 5.
Yeah, only level 5. You'll get there. Don't worry. We'll be raiding Mission Core soon. In World of Warcraft, like the UI, you can have really detailed thumbnails of debuffs. So if in a given fight there can be like 20 different debuffs that could possibly go out, and you can just mouse over it and it tells you exactly what it does to you. In Destiny, that's not a thing. In a first person shooter, you can't do that. So like the amount of debuffs are limited. It has to be very apparent just by like the name, or the effect has to be pretty obvious once it's on you. Figure out what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they go into that a bunch. I highly suggest here, I'm just going to copy and paste this into chat so you can actually read it. Anyone who wants to read it.
Oh my God, the Game Informer article right there.
Holy my God, there it is, right in chat.
Oh my God.
And then a little bit later on in the article, they kind of discuss the Wrath of the Machine raid. And some of them, like, they don't discuss specifics of it. But they do discuss kind of like, I guess, how they went about designing it, or like what they've learned from their past raids a bit, I guess, the better way to actually phrase that. And from what it sounds like, this raid might be a little bit less mechanic heavy, which is something I think a lot of people are going to be pretty happy about.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think that makes for a more enjoyable repeated experience.
Yes. Let's bring out the obvious. There's some concerns that sounds like Crota's End. Right?
Well, honestly, I like Crota's End. I like that raid. I love that raid, but and it's great when you do it, I guess, within the confines of how Bungie intended you to do it. Like when they go in the idea, okay, so this is this fight where you have to go across the bridge. You have to form the bridge, and you got to get people across, and they got to form the bridge on the other side. Da 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 da. But then there's people found ways around it, and what
the
do you
cheese
do at that point?
The Formaggio
Bungie's they seem to have started designing things in a way that lessen the amount of cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dark Below, I always felt was kind of rushed out the door a little bit. It was unlike the rest of the raids or the other two raids. It's not a continuous experience where you're warping from point to point. It feels it's a much smaller area total, like compared to Vault of Glass or the Taken King. Like it felt like a little kind of a rush job a little bit.
Yeah, I think they admitted it too, right? How they were like, well, we had announced that Dark Below was coming in December, and they didn't want to not do that because everybody was expecting it, so they kind of rushed those elements and tried to put it together, and that's ultimately why they backed off on House of Wolves. King's Fall was definitely more expansive and more of an experience, but ultimately too fatiguing in the long run. So what I hope is that we get Vogue/King's Fall length with the mechanic level of Vogue and Crota's End.
Okay, I'm with you 100%.
The only thing that I love King's Fall because I don't know, it's just mechanic wise, it's really interesting. But unfortunately, the mechanics are like, this is the way you have to run it. And they talked about in the article how it was kind of disappointing that this is the way that we designed the fight. And that's the way that people ended up doing it. There weren't a lot of different ways to do many of the fights. with like the only real exception being Golgoroth. Now they would do the whole 6 orb strat originally, but then the community found that, hey, you can just do 1 or maybe 2 orbs. So
Yeah. Wasn't required.
Yeah.
To do all the
like,
orbs. Yeah.
that was like the only change that the community really did. So it was kind of disappointing on their end.
Yeah.
King's Fall for me, it was like initially it was I think my favorite raid. Like right off the bat, I was like, holy shit, that was a true achievement. It was absolutely stunning. It wasn't until 4 months of doing it repeatedly that I kind of just fatigued of the mechanics of stand here, shoot that. You know, it's just
Yep.
and then like if you have somebody in your fire team that just doesn't get it, you're just gonna fail repeatedly.
Yeah,
Whereas
Right.
in Crota's End and in VOG, I always felt like even if I lost the guy in hard mode,
You can still make
everybody else could kind of.
You just
Pull
chuck
the
a
slack.
solar nade and make Atheon fall right off the cliff.
Guys, don't worry. This gatekeeper guy, no, we don't need to do anything. Just throw grenades at him. He'll just
Hold on.
he'll just back right up off the. He'll just back.
I got this guy on my friends list who knows how to do this every single time. Hold on one second. He's really good.
All you got to do is unplug the LAN cable when he takes a knee, and we're good to go.
Yeah. That is funny. Think about those and them like taking the precautions now to anti-cheese things, which is
Yeah.
good, because again, King's Fall was a great experience. Going in for the first time, it was like, whoa, blew my mind.
Yeah.
And then the next 2-3 months after that were great times for raiding.
Yeah.
And then it became very obvious that it was a fatiguing experience. Just
Yeah.
like, Pat, you've said, like the mechanic is stay in one spot and do damage throughout that's like the theme,
The theme of King's Fall is wait.
Yeah.
Basically, every single fight, it's one of my biggest critiques of like Ocarina of Time. You have a thematically fantastic thing, but a lot of basically every single encounter is wait, and then something will happen, and then you wait, and then something will happen, and you wait, etc., etc. Just a whole bunch of waiting with a little bit of shooting.
Yep.
I like the way Crota's End made you feel a lot more. So there's a lot of movement in that one, aside from the whole last fight. Actually, yeah, this whole last fight thing where it's basically just you standing there and watching one person do the entire thing.
Yeah.
Hitting that Crota with the sword.
Didn't grow the sword. Didn't grow the sword.
My problem with Crota's End wasn't the initial race through that dark corridor. That was exhilarating. Like that
Yes.
was a genius. The bridge section, it was okay. It felt a lot like the mechanics in the Vault of Glass. And then I really didn't like the Death Singer portion. Like it just seemed like a gear check, and it just was
Mhm.
like
It
and
kind of.
then the way you just had to stand there when we were leveled appropriately for that raid. It seemed like you just had to stand there and shoot stuff for like 20 minutes,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
like especially if some of your raid team died and you had like 1 or 2 guys left, like you'd just be standing there with an icebreaker, wait for it to refill. Okay, shoot a couple of guys in the head. Okay, wait for it to
You
refill.
wait for your icebreaker to refill, then pop on
Yeah.
another sniper rifle that has a higher ammo capacity, so then you get
Yeah.
even more shots. Yeah.
But it was just like
Your Black
it
Hammer.
would take a long time. And then the Crota raid the Crota boss fight itself. My problem wasn't the mechanics in that; it was the fact that it was so buggy.
yeah.
Like
the-
you'd have
Yeah.
Crota just moving around the map like randomly. It was just so bizarre.
It was for like a solid month and a half or so. Like it was just, why is Crota in the crystal room? Why is he up?
Right.
Okay, let's just reset this.
Why is he in the pit? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He was kneeling,
Right.
He's
then
walking
he
down the
suddenly
stairs.
stood up and slammed. Like
Yeah.
within a second. He'd be like kneeling all of a sudden, boom. Be like, oh,
That's
oversoul.
that's where we learned about host and everything in Destiny.
Yep.
So thank you Crota for teaching us about host in Destiny.
We learned.
Yeah,
that
it was-
heavy
it
ammo
was
glitch 'cause
incredible.
Xur wouldn't sell us
Oh,
any
yeah.
fucking heavy ammo.
Oh my god, the weeks that went by where Xur was like, oh my god, no heavy again, Jesus.
Just a
Yeah.
What is
drought.
going on?
It's amazing.
We thought they were being maniacal against us.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sorry. No heavy. It's not gonna
I
happen.
learned about orbs of light, basically like making sure to save up orbs of light, using your supers to create orbs of light to
Mhm.
allow other members in your fire team to get health from those orbs.
Yeah. See, it makes me wonder with the net code, how how much of these bugs, how much of these bugs are related to the netcode and the not being dedicated servers. Because if there was a dedicated server in place, and so everybody didn't have to keep on transferring all that data between each other in a peer-to-peer environment, how much of that would be fixed? And so if one person just happened to not get the best data from the server, at least the server knew the state of the game. So you wouldn't have things bugging out like that.
How many times was that? I think I have to drink 3 times.
Tom, get drunk. Drunk before DCC.
Sleeping the entire... Oh, it's only like an hour plane ride. Shit.
And also with Oryx, there's a lot of things that go wrong because of connectivity issues with Oryx. We're
desyncing from each other, and all.
Yeah.
Why is Oryx just he's just standing there doing this? Like, is he gonna clap? And all of a sudden, everyone just dies.
Boom!
Where'd that ogre go? Oh shit!
He's in the middle. The biggest one. The biggest one if you're not host. The biggest one if you're not host is if you run by the relic, you stand there, and it just won't give it to you.
Yeah,
it's like
the ogre one wasn't a netcode thing. It was actually it was a pathing issue. With
terrain,
ogres.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a terrain issue where they're like, I can't move anywhere. I'm just gonna teleport. It's always right in the smack dab middle of everyone.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny them talking about that. It's cool.
I think the best glitch that we ever had was the thing that is integral to even completing the Crota fight, the sword. You would run up to it and it would just fall through the earth, and you're like,
yes,
yeah,
what?
Especially like you were level 31 and it was the last time you had to do it to beat it, and it's been like 2 hours messing with it because of problems like that, and then it falls through and you're like, this game hates me.
Right, and
why do I keep doing it?
You're the guy who's out there and just saw this happen, and you got to break the bad news to the rest of your team.
Yeah.
Who's
like, why didn't you pick it up?
Ledges with a Galahorn. Where are you, Teft? Where are you?
Why did you pick it up? What are you doing?
Why just die? What did you do? It's like the sword. It fell through the earth, and then they don't believe you because it was kind of off screen to them. They're looking at Crota to make sure they can shoot it with their rocket launcher because none of them have a rocket launcher with tracking on it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I remember those days. I remember those days.
You jump up on the platform and you see 3 rockets just sail by them.
Yes.
What the fuck? Fire at the ground. Didn't you ever play Quake?
Halo rockets, man. Hit that floor. Oh, funny.
I'm looking forward to the new raid, man. I'm looking forward to doing it the first time. I think we're gonna have a blast doing it the first time. There is some concern that they kind of said maybe having an 8-hour raid isn't the most efficient use of everybody's time, and they're kind of targeting 5 hours. That doesn't worry me. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
it doesn't worry me. Now, as long as the raid is a really fun experience, that's what makes the difference to me. I want it to be fun. It doesn't need to be an 8-hour experience the first 3 times you do it. As long as it's fun.
Yeah. It makes me think maybe they need to start introducing more 6-man content into the game. It doesn't have to be a raid every single time. Obviously, we have PvP, it's 6-man and then a raid. But what if they had 6-man strikes?
6-man patrols.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go patrol. Yeah. That's always fun. It's fun cruising around Venus because that's the other thing. I want the raid to open up into the social, the patrol space.
Yes, please.
So we can bring 6 in because it's way fun. It's always more fun to do that.
Yeah.
I hope that
was one of my highlights of year 1 too. Was you'd be running patrols on Venus, you roll up and you see a group trying to open that door.
That was so cool.
Jump in, give them a hand, man, and they'd wave at you as they were going in.
It was amazing, especially when they were struggling. They were level 24, 25s, and a 29 showed up and was like, "Sup? You see this G horn? Yeah, I got you."
Get out, Chatterwhite, right here.
Did you guys ever have it where you opened up the door and then someone came stumbling out of there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Happened to me too. What the fuck? How long you been in here? It's greatest.
I think that was probably one of the top moments in Destiny for me. It's oh, awesome, we finally opened up this thing, and then just random just dude just comes running out. It's like, you're
So
level
thanks, guys.
15. How did you even get in there? What did you do?
It was DPJ figuring out how to get his glitching in. That was a level 15 character. Yeah. Those were good
Was that-
times. I want the Plague Lands to be available like that. I want them to be like, hey, whoa, look off in the distance. That's really cool. They're about to go embark on that raid.
Yeah.
You know, let's go wave at them and help them open up the door.
If you could see the Death Zamboni on top of the wall while you're in the Plague Lands.
That'd be amazing.
If the guy's doing the raid, you know that part where you can see him jumping off of the wall? Like if you could actually see that part of the wall while you're in patrol,
That would be so cool.
that'd be dope.
Yeah, I want that.
Is there anything else to really go over this week? I feel like there wasn't a hell of a lot of there wasn't a hell of a lot of content or news coming out this week.
We're like straight up waiting at this point. You know, we've seen so much. They've they've given. Yes, absolutely. Like I didn't even watch the strike. I was like, hell no, I'm not going to watch the whole strike because it's the only new strike in Rise of Iron. I don't want to spoil it for myself because the first visceral experience going into something is always like the premium. Like that's what I pay for to be a day one player. I want that experience, you know? So yeah, I feel like they've shown quite a bit and I hope it's not that way for Destiny 2. I hope like maybe what they're doing is thinking we got to get people on this train. And it feels like a lot of people are on the train already, but maybe in their eyes they're thinking, well, it's been a year. We got to get people on this train, so let's show them more stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe that's their methodology. And then Destiny 2 is going to be super secretive and then new stuff.
Could be.
I don't know.
You know, on the one hand, I know that they've shown us a lot, but on the other hand, I really haven't seen much of the Plague Lands. So I'm looking forward to just exploring the Plague Lands. I haven't seen much of Archon Forge. I kind of understand what it is. I've seen some screenshots of it, but I'm really looking forward to getting in there and discovering, you know, how is this different than the Court of Oryx and the Prison Elders. I'm hoping that it's different because it's fun. And I'd like to, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing Wrath of the Machine. And I'm also looking forward to seeing what's coming in the weeks after the release. Like all of those secrets we got in Taken King. You know, like the Sleeper Simulant quest, the Sword quest, you know, like the Gunsmith stuff, like all of that stuff that just kept rolling out. The Black Spindle quest or this Black Spindle mission. You know, I'm sure they learned some valuable lessons from the Taken King. I'm looking forward to seeing how they apply that to Rise of Iron and seeing what what the surprises are that get unlocked throughout the weeks after launch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think, you know, if they bring in a relatively small DLC right from day one, but have these amazing unlocks that happen every like 2 weeks to a month that just are more than just oh, hey, there's one piece of gear is available. Like maybe it's a piece of some sort of a quest line that gets unlocked that you get to do. And it's staggered content like that. I think that's a lot more entertaining than having it all up front and then being like, okay,
yeah,
I'll see you in, you know, when the Festival of Lost comes and you know,
I'd like to see them explore like saving some of that story for those quests too. Like maybe when you do like a no time to explain type quest, all of a sudden there's a cutscene there of like you know, maybe there's like an Ephrodite spear quest. We saw that picture of that black looking Ephrodite spear floating around the internet this week.
That was Photoshop.
Okay, well, you know, maybe there's an Ephrodite spear quest. You know, maybe we'll be able to unlock a year 3 version of Ephrodite spear. And maybe there will be like a little cutscene with Lord Saladin and Aphrodite, you know, kind of chatting it up, talking. You know, that'd be a really cool payoff to like content that comes 3 weeks after the release. You know,
that would be great. Like,
I don't
maybe
think it's gonna happen.
Well, see, here's the thing though. Last gen has dropped, and last gen would not have been able to do that with the constraints that they already had. So maybe those doors are open now for them to add on larger pieces of content.
I think us wanting like that much new stuff coming because of last gen dropping, as far as this expansion is concerned, is probably just it's a little too much. I can imagine for Destiny 2, we'll probably see
Pat,
something.
Don't tell me that.
I'm being realistic here. Damn it.
Trying to be a dreamer, and you're crushing me.
I can live with that. I'm very much okay with that. Actually.
Yeah, I think you're right too, Pat. Unfortunately,
but you can crush my dreams. How about this, Tefty? I really want there to be some new Arms Day stuff Like for
Yeah.
based Bungie gods, please.
I think that's way more likely. They're way more likely
Yeah.
to give nude stuff like that.
Do you think they'll replace it, or do you think they'll add to it?
I think
don't really
both.
care.
I think some of it's going to go away, and some of it's going to get like there's new ones and then replacements, but not all of it's going to get replaced.
I can't do another year of doing. Here's a Hake Jinku Kogo D, and it doesn't matter what the roll is because there's only 3 fucking rounds in this shotgun.
So Patrick, when I stream and you haven't put that video up yet, I often used to get the question, when's Patrick putting up the Arms Day video, or where's the Arms Day video? And I used to say, oh, I'm sure it'll be up soon. Now I say, he just don't want to fucking do it anymore. He's probably procrastinating the shit out of that.
If they don't update it, you will eventually be right.
Oh my god.
I'll just throw everything up. I'm like, I'm done. Arms Day, I'm done. I'll just make a video saying, hey, here's your Arms Day video. There's no more Arms Day.
Hashtag not worth.
Every conceivable role. If it's not this, then you shouldn't buy it.
Basically, I
go.
can just do a video going, here's all the god rolls. If you get something that's vaguely resembling this, just go for it. Please don't fill the comments with questions about weapon roll, but it'll happen. I think there's one more. I can't remember, but
like some weeks are legitimately exciting. Like some weeks have like something really cool.
Oh yeah,
you know,
like
the PDX 45 when it had like a perfect roll on it, I got it really excited. Some weeks, man, there's just nothing. Like it's just straight hot garbage.
The hardest part about doing it is like I always check Twitter like right when I wake up, and well, there's not a bunch of people telling me about weapon rolls, so this is probably a shitty week. And you go look at it, it's like it's a shitty week. Even like this Wednesday, I woke up, went about my day, and I was getting ready to like leave the house and go run a bunch of errands, like be gone for a couple hours, and then I better look at Skype. Oh shit, it's Wednesday. I put that video out to like 4 p.m. my time, so
See,
a little bit late on that one.
you just got to rip it off like a band-aid. You know, that's how I treat the Zer videos. I'm like, I got a Zer video coming. I just got to do it, knock it out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point now where I can make that video and have it uploaded in under an hour. But that's also because I don't have to think about the weapon rolls. I see the art and it's like, oh, it doesn't have it. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Just repeat 5 times. And if it's the rocket launcher, the Jinku Kogo, it's bad. If it's the Hake sniper rifles, it's just bad. There's no conceivable good rolls on any of them anymore.
Yeah, garbage, trash.
Marks.
Yeah, exactly. Even then, like, I just got in the habit of not even buying Arms Day weapons like way early in Taken King. I was just like, I got a great hawk saw. Yeah. I'm not really looking for other stuff.
Been some legitimately awesome rolls, like the DIS 47. Yeah. Is it the 47 or the 41?
43.
43. I can't remember the numbers, but both of the scout rifles have had awesome rolls on them.
Yeah, every single scout rifle has had like at least 2 god rolls happen during the course of Taking.
But I mean, it's like you gotta have those things in your inventory all the time, just like hoping that they come up that week, you know?
Yeah.
If they don't come, then you just hold on to them, and it's kind of sitting there taking up space.
Yeah, and that was actually my biggest problem. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to these until I get something good. I held on to the Irene like so long because I was looking for different roles.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. I don't need it.
I got lucky with the Irene. I got that luck in the chamber roll like right off the bat, and that really became my PvE sniper of choice for the rest of the Taken King. It just does so much damage. Yeah.
Yep. Solid. Yeah, there's a lot of really great rolls. The problem is Arms Day, like you have to wait so long, and a lot of times the weapons are just
super bad. Disappointing.
Most of the time, or they're just you get that hand cannon that has outlaw and it has firefly, and you're like, yeah, but it's got no range perk, so it only works from like shotgun range or closer. Like,
garbage.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. See, again, I said this before, but if it was different for everybody. Like every character that you got, like it had different sets of roles, then it would actually be interesting and be exciting to see. But because it's the same for everybody, it really lost my interest level. And on top of that, if they had added something beyond just rep, getting your rep up to then hit rank 5 and get the first curse, like if they had something that involved randomly getting the exotic quest line from an Arms Day package being delivered, then I totally would have done those. I would have been like, yeah, I need to get these because I might get that really cool thing to drop for me. But no, it's just usually garbage rolls with an exception here and there.
How about crafting? He's the gunsmith. Let him craft weapons specific to our order.
That'd be great. Yeah. This is not the Division, Briar.
I imagine that's a Destiny 2 thing. If that would be a thing.
That'd be dope though.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys see that supposed, I don't know, there was the black weapon frame things that were going around earlier this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
was Photoshop.
Oh yeah, all Photoshop. Very blatant. Unfortunately. But it was pretty cool seeing the community get hyped over that too.
Yeah, I would love to see a year 3 Effort Eat Spear because that was again one of my favorite sniper rifles, Final round excluded. Like I loved it with final round for PvE, and I had fun with it. It wasn't my go-to sniper for PvP, but I had fun with it in PvP.
Field Scout, double down, final round.
Fucking bullets for days.
Spawn in with 24.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
Was it 6 shots in the barrel? Or the magazine?
With Field Scout, yeah.
So the last 2 had final round.
Okay, or occasionally every single round would have final round. That was always fun.
Not broken at all.
Not broken.
Not even remotely. For those of you that want year 1 back, you've been warned.
Yeah, I feel like the people who want year 1 back the most are the people who weren't there for it.
Okay, you want to play year 1? Wait for private matches to come out.
Yeah.
And then have one team be all defender titans with weapons of light bubbles and high impact snipers.
And the other team is all Thorn users.
And then, they're all Thorn users, or just pick a weapon that has a pitiful amount of range on it and you won't be able to hit anything. So like a really fast rate of fire hand cannon with no range on it, not last word. And then try to kill them. And that is year 1. That's how you will feel. You will just, every single time you get seen, dead. It's great. It's great. I need a new chair.
You want to tell us about something you love?
Yeah, I can probably do that if I was, actually really on top of my things and had things that I love pulled up. Like if there was some sort of list that I had, like almost an ad copy.
Do it. You won't.
There's no doubt you've noticed these wild mics and headphones that we're using. They're just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning products are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. I hear we do that a bunch, and they can, they're really good. These mics.
Hell yeah!
Yeti USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone, and everything. And their MoFi and Lola headphones deliver insane sound and very personalized fit. Blue offers everything you need to completely immerse yourself in the ultimate gameplay experience. Learn more about Blue at bluemic.com.
Well done, Pat. Well done.
I messed that one up this week.
Better than ever, I think.
It was sincere.
It was.
Let's just quick Twitter questions. You guys ready for some questions? Got a lot of them. Don't know if we'll get to all of them.
Let me lean back in the chair a little bit. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Get into relax mode.
Pat, you need a new chair. I went to Staples. This baby was $100, and it was the most comfortable out of all of them.
Look,
I got this one at Sam's. It's got springs in it, like a mattress.
Whoa, that sounds awesome.
It is. It's pretty nice.
I want to get a new chair, but I also want to move.
I see your dilemma.
And it's like, would I rather spend $100 on a chair, but then have to, ship that chair, move it across the country, or would I rather? When do you plan
on moving?
I don't know.
So you sit in the chair every day. It's worth spending the money now.
I have another chair upstairs that I'll probably just trade out for this one, but I'm holding off because it's fucking pristine. it's pristine. There's like the foam padding is like brand new in it. So it. And
Why don't you switch out the chair?
I gotta like take this one up there. I gotta take that one down here. Also,
That's just lazy.
Yeah, no, completely.
So you have a chair problem because you're lazy, not because you're not willing to buy it.
Yeah.
Or move
also, I'm genuinely worried that changing the amount of padding on my ass will affect my gameplay.
Ah, I see. So you need to set up
all important ass thumb connection.
Yeah, your ass KDR could be affected.
You don't want to fuck with your asshole Elo.
Now turn to Twitter. Asshole Elo.
Oh my god! Wow.
I'll get too comfortable in that chair because like I'm not used to that amount of padding. I'm used to basically whatever this fiberglass is that I'm essentially sitting on right now.
That ass padding though. God damn.
If I could buy a new chair, I'd buy one of them ones with it's like that see-through material kind of.
The mesh shit.
Oh yeah, loving those.
Oh, those are expensive. They're like $1,000, aren't they?
Yeah, but in the summertime, man, it gets hot up in this room.
Nah, I feel you on that. Yeah.
All right, Wilson 309. When making a PB&J sandwich, which do you dirty your butter knife with first? Peanut butter or jelly?
Oh.
Okay. So, first off, before you even, crack either the peanut butter or the jelly open, you gotta toast the bread.
I agree with this.
Yeah.
Given the choice, I want toasted bread.
Choice. I understand if like you're in a pinch, you need to make make a quick sandwich. I can let it pass for now.
I'm not packing a toasted bread sandwich.
No.
I gotta be eating it right
You're
there.
eating that right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right
I don't want 3-hour-old toast, man.
So what I do for the peanut is like you toast it. Yeah, okay. And you got your 2 pieces of toast. You take the peanut butter first.
Sure.
Peanut butter.
Okay.
Put it on 1 piece of toast.
Yep.
And then you put it on the other piece of toast.
Whoa.
So you're getting double peanut butter. So you don't spread it that thick. You have to kind of reduce it down. It takes practice, or else you get like an overload on peanut butter. And then after
you get no jelly absorption in the bread this way.
Yeah, your jelly's sliding all over the place.
Yeah,
it slides.
You are fundamentally flawed, my friend.
No. But it gets proper coverage. It gets proper coverage over everything due to it sliding around everywhere. So every single bite is gonna have like jelly in it. It's gonna have a perfect peanut butter to jelly ratio. You're not just gonna get some little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of clumpiness. No, it's like perfect even coating. Basically,
you can do it on
I
one
don't think
coat,
so, man.
One coat. One coat.
Yeah,
one
you
side
got
of bread. What you do? You take the butter knife, you spread it across one side of the bread. You can do it nice and even, whatever thickness or consistency you would like. No crunchy peanut butter though. Fuck those guys.
Amen.
Then you take a spoon, put that in the jelly jar. With trying to keep that jelly on the fucking butter knife. That shit'll drive you insane. You just get a spoonful, you plop it down on the bread, and then you use the other end of the spoon to spread it around, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you see, I'm basically Breyer's method, but instead of taking a spoon, I'll just like pour a little bit of the jelly out. It depends on the type of jelly. Some of the jelly is, I know, but if you're good, if you've done it enough times, you can just do the right drip and then take the peanut butter knife and finish it.
You take the knife and you just fling it around in the jar a bunch, so then it breaks the jelly up even more. And then when you pour it out, it's like the amount that you mushed up even more perfectly comes out. The rest of the jelly stays in the jar. Boom.
Yep. Yeah. And also, you need to go to some like local berry farm that makes some of their business from homemade jelly jam. No, that stuff is delicious. It is way better than the Smuckers or whatever the hell you're going to buy at the store. You go to a place like that.
But I'm just against it because I'm always have to be against something that you're for.
Also,
have you not had this?
Or jam are acceptable, but preserves, that's for fascists. Stay away.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my god.
I agree.
This is like the one food thing that we are.
I think so, man.
All pre-toasted. We all agree that crunchy peanut butter needs to get out.
GTFO.
And we may have differences on the ratios and the spreading,
Yeah.
but yeah. And then preserves need to get the fuck off. Yeah,
I feel like
right.
we have a hug right now.
I'm down to hug it out.
This podcast is done, guys.
Right?
Man, one question.
Because there's going to be another one in here that gets us going.
One question cemented our friendship. Amazing.
Thank you, Wilson. Thank you.
Incredible.
Ash Matheson.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Tefty, what type of bread?
Well, that's a problem though, because I'm gluten free. But that's because of health reasons.
And the strife has returned. Fuck your gluten-free bread.
It's for health, man.
My wife
Come
brought
on.
home English muffin bread. It's made out of the same stuff you make an English muffin out of, but it's a loaf of bread. It's pretty good.
Man, that sounds delicious.
You get some fucking bunny bread.
I don't
That's
even know what
bunny
that
bread?
is. What's bunny bread?
What's
is that
bunny
like Wonder
bread?
Bread?
That's another thing. Yeah, it's basically Wonder Bread.
Yeah, no,
Nah.
that's not acceptable.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You gotta step up your bread game.
Bunny-
Yeah,
Like
your
some
bread.
honey-
Y'all say your bread game and your jam game. Apparently, you're not into like delicious homemade jam. So problems. Anyways, we should do the next question.
All right, Ash Matheson. What sparrow and ship from Destiny would you really want in real life?
Ooh,
I mean, I can go easy with the sparrow. It's the Jade Rabbit. With the ship, I think I would want the glowy one from the new. Oh no, I want the one from House of Wolves with the three, like the blue one with the three.
The dolphin one?
things. Yeah, I want that.
you
one.
want the space dolphin? Nice.
Yeah, I think it's dope with the skin that kind of is like shimmering.
That new monarchy ship that looks like
Yeah,
a
that's
race car. Love it.
That's a good
I'd
one.
take that. I'd definitely fly around in that. Sparrow wise, I don't know. I'd take a hot pink sparrow from SRL.
If you got a sparrow, man.
I'm not picky, man. If I have a ship and a sparrow, like that's fucking awesome. In this current
I don't
world,
give a shit what it looks
I don't
like.
give a shit. Get me off this planet right now, as long as I have a good internet connection. Shit.
As long as I got high speed internet, let's
Yeah, as long
go.
as I have high speed internet, we'll be good.
So you got Wi-Fi? Fuck you, then. I don't want it. Kevin asks, do you think the ornaments might change special heavy burn types? RE Fire Lord instead of Thunder Lord.
Well, never mind. I answered that too quickly. It could be a possibility. I don't know.
It could be. It could be. I don't
It's-
think it is going to happen, but it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen
Theoretically
either. I think what they're doing, just like with chromas, they're like, hey, here's a way to change some cosmetics.
Yeah, I think
Step
purely
one.
cosmetic. Yeah.
Yeah, then step two was they introduced some more colors with the chroma. And then ornaments is like the evolution of that. Maybe down the road in an expansion or a Destiny 2, they might start adding gameplay changes, but I think it's purely cosmetic.
That Fire Lord has not. I have not forgotten that Fire Lord though.
Nobody has. We all remember the Fire Lord.
Oh,
We remember it like multiplayer in No Man's Sky.
Pour one out.
a burst of skill. What are everyone's thoughts on the charity stream and what that says about our community?
Fuck yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, man, I think you summed it up pretty well.
Nailed it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it at the beginning of the podcast, but yeah, like
Yeah.
that it's just staggering what this community can do. And when people say Destiny is dead, nah, man, nah.
That was like the title.
We're just
Game
yeah.
Rant did an article about it on their website. That was the title. A burst of skill. What are everyone's thoughts? Oh no, I'm sorry. Crazy Cobras. Will I be able to infuse at Pope Bear RNG into my characters come Rise of Iron?
You
You
know,
don't know what you have to do to get that, man. Just consider
Yeah.
that the three of us have not attempted to get it because we know the cost.
It's a dark, dark magic.
Understand.
Think of the Horcruxes in Harry Potter. That level of magic. Dangerous.
It's nasty stuff. Unicron. If content is in short supply during year 3, how are Bungie going to deliver regular content during Destiny 2? So I don't see these two things to be related, to be honest with you, Unicron, is that the reason there's such a short amount of content coming is because of Destiny 2. It doesn't necessarily relate to what we can expect in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see a return of year one Destiny with, 2 DLCs and then another, big one at the end of the year. But I would expect that. I'm hoping that with Destiny 2 is they've improved the engine enough that they can get content out faster, and that they can actually, focus on releasing content with Destiny 2 as opposed to focusing on Destiny 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they already said that this DLC that's about to drop was birthed in January, or the concepts and the need for it were a January inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So in 9 months, roughly 8 months, 9 months, whatever you want to say, they've created this content and the marketing for it. So it's definitely possible that Destiny 2 is going to bring some different timing and pacing for content drops. It's just we're all feeling the burn and the sting right now from the fact that Taken King was basically 1 year, and I don't know if Rise Iron is going to change any of that. I have a feeling we're going to need Destiny 2 before they can come on fully online, so they can show that they can deliver new stuff consistently. Or it's the same as it always been, and we just have to live with it.
It could be. Hopefully they've learned from the success of Destiny and the need for players to get new content at a paced rate, that they designed Destiny 2 with that in mind, with possibly, people will say they held back content, but like imagine if you got like a little drop of content once a month, and then like a big thing every 6 months.
Yeah.
Like if they design the content with that in mind, that could be really exciting and create a lot of PvE replayability.
Yeah, it's that, and then also allow the community to start making stuff through a Forge mode. So if we get
that would be so good.
if we get the Forge, the pillar of Forge, and then Bungie making content, and then the PvP having tournaments and customs and all that, like we have a full Destiny meal that we can feast on throughout the year.
Right. It's like a Thanksgiving every day.
Every day, getting fat on Thanksgiving.
Sour stench flesh. What is something that you are not looking forward to in Rise of Iron? I could say July, August.
Content fatigue.
Yeah, June.
Nailed it,
Waiting
man.
for the April update.
The April update. There it is.
Like nothing that's been announced thus far. I'm like, oh shit. About it's.
Not even Thorn. Not just a little bit. Like not in the back. Like the.
Okay, fuck yeah. I'll put Thorn top of the list.
Really? I'm down. I'm way down for Thorn. It's been off the market. People hate it, and yet it's balanced right now. I'm down to have it back in. Honestly, there's nothing that's in the DLC that I'm like, oh, I can't believe they did that. Oh my god. Like I'm excited for all of it. It really is the content drought that I'm worried about afterwards.
I think if they don't change anything to Thorn from how it is now, they just bring it up to year 3. I think everybody's gonna be using it. Everybody. I think it's gonna be If you go into like hardcore Crucible right now, like where light doesn't matter, everybody's using it, and that's because it is a very accurate hand cannon. It's got Send It, which hand cannons don't have anymore.
They might change that though.
I'm saying if they don't change anything.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think everybody's going to be using Thorn again.
Yeah, it's just a very good hand cannon, and it has what a lot of hand cannons don't, which is just consistency.
Yeah.
So
but hopefully they're going to bring it into year 3. Hopefully they change, like they take away Send It and make. It's hard to like say they take away Send It, like because that's just meaning they're just going to make it unreliable, like the rest of the fucking hand cannons.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm torn on it. I'm really looking
you know
forward
what?
to the Quest, though.
I'm not looking forward to the fact that it's still 30 FPS. Nailed it.
Cryo Freeze. Do you think legendary marks and glimmer caps should be increased?
I'm
Not
wondering.
personally.
I'm wondering why. Like, what's the reason for them to be increased right now?
Yeah. I feel like the economy gameplay loop right now is working. You know, if you play the game enough, you can easily hit max Glimmer, and then also you get enough legendaries to dismantle to get legendary marks, and also doing the dailies and all that. So I think right now it doesn't feel like there's a problem, you know, and also you can only get a weapon or two per week if you play regularly. I mean, you can get more than that if you like really grind hard, but normal play nets you a weapon or two per week, and I think that's fair. So I don't think they're going to increase limits.
Yeah, I don't know. I see people always, excuse me. I see a lot of people wanting like a glimmer cap increase. I can definitely like understand that for the most part. It is a little bit frustrating to like buy a bunch of arm state packages and you're like, well, shit, I'm down to like 10k glimmer or something. Or like you buy a bunch of heavy ammo synths and everything, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just an economy game, and if they keep the max amount of currency that you use to buy everything else kind of low, then it keeps people from like, you know, building up too much of a currency, and then we have strange coins, which never mind. a lot of people have just a ton of thousands. I wonder how many Datto is up to now, because he doesn't buy anything with them. I'm pretty sure he's up to like 2,000 at least.
I had a lot going into the Taken King, and then I bought a lot of 3 coins. Yeah. But I think I had 1,500 before I started buying heavy ammo just recently.
Now, if they started making quests that require large donations of Glimmer every time, like they did with like they did with the Chaperone quest, then yeah, they would need to increase it. But I think it's fine right now.
I don't have a problem with it, but I play every day, so it's like super fast. Like I don't even realize how quickly I'll be like, you know, like dismantling legendaries and realize I'm not getting any legendary marks. I'll be like, oh, I'm at 200. You know, like
I was small rant. I was doing that, or I was saving up legendary marks because I was going to buy that hand cannon from Iron Banner last week. Yeah, and then Comcast shit the bed on Friday when I was like rank 4, and I couldn't play. Like I just literally couldn't play the game until about Monday, really late on Monday, and I was just so fucking tired from dealing with Comcast all day that I just went to sleep, and I wasn't able to get that. I didn't get that gun.
Oh, it's so good. Actually, I got one that has Outlaw Rifle Barrel in Icarus that I absolutely fucking adore.
Me too, man. I got that one on the PS4.
I really love it. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not capable of 2-shot kill like that reactive reload one is. But goddamn, it's fun to use, especially on my hunter.
Yeah, I had a lot of good time with it too. Yep, I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I haven't liked a hand cannon this much since year 1. Solomon McFadden, thoughts on how to stop this special weapon meta without making primary weapons something out of COD?
Just limit the amount of ammo. Make them more special.
I think I don't want Call of Duty primary weapons, but I would like a slight increase to time to kill.
It's not a if or statement. It's not. Oh yeah, we can make them worse, but the only other option is to make primaries suddenly like COD. No, there's balance in it. You can buff primaries up from their current state without reaching that level. Yeah. We talk about this almost every single week, but
it's such a big issue, though. I mean,
yeah, no, it's a valid issue right now that, you know, sees everyone wants to see some sort of change happen. Basically, right now, primaries, they've stated, you know, they want primary battles to be like focusing on team shooting, and you know, I understand where they're coming with that philosophy. I think a lot of the player base just simply disagrees with it, which is why people are switching to the most effective method for killing someone in a 1v1 scenario, which is generally a special weapon. So if primaries were able to, you know, just kill just a little bit quicker, not Call of Duty, just brat dead, but, you know, just a little bit more, we'd see more primary play at the very least.
I don't know if that would necessarily swing it, honestly. Because
I also think there needs to be some changes to the special weapons themselves.
Oh yeah. No, there definitely does.
Because honestly, closing the gap with a shotty, when you see them around the radar, you know how to do it.
Yeah.
it's so effective.
Yeah, for the longest time, I said that shotguns are pretty much balanced, but as more and more people have gotten perfectly rolled party crashers and have brought them into the Crucible, I've become, my story has changed on that. As I've seen like what a perfect party crasher can do, that's a bit ridiculous. It's a bit too much range considering the movement speed, the fact that primary rifles have been nerfed or primary weapons have been nerfed repeatedly. I feel like the range on shotguns needs to be looked at again. I kind of am thinking that those high impact shotguns just need to go away. I'm going to be honest with you. They just seem too hard to balance properly. And then
this feels a lot like what I was saying almost well over a year ago.
A little bit.
Oh, we were all saying that a year ago.
A little bit of a buff to primary weapons. I think where the doctrine was pre-nerf was perfect. I think instead of nerfing that weapon, they should have buffed all the others to compete with it. And then sniper rifles need to be looked at too. I think hidden hand is kind of a stupid perk, and I think there needs to be flinch on sniper rifles.
Yeah. I've been saying that a lot as well, and then I've switched over and started using shotguns, and every now and then I'll get a kill with it. I'm just like, what? Yeah. And then somebody will kill me from a crazy distance. I'll be like, what? Yeah. And it is an inconsistent weapon. It is, absolutely. Like there's times where I straight up, I'm like, there's a damage tax that happens where it's like, sorry, 50% of that damage is getting reduced for whatever reason. But they are so incredibly effective at closing the gap. You see somebody on the radar and they don't see you, and you know how to use the movement speed to your advantage. It's incredibly effective to close the gap. And the main way to counter that with a primary is to play incredibly passive. Just back up as much as you can and bait them into long corridors so you can then just gun them down. And I don't know. I think it's a kind of a fatiguing playstyle when the shotgun rush playstyle it's really satisfying. It is.
Yeah. Everybody needs to change every once in a while. Like I tend I'll play for a month with a shotgun and I'll get bored of it. And I'll play for a month with a sniper rifle. I'll get bored of it. I'll play for a month with a fusion rifle. I don't know. I just kind of rotate through. I can't. I just can't focus. I've got ADD, weapon ADD.
It's good to have in Destiny.
The only time I really ever don't use a sniper rifle is if I don't know, there's some new game mode to play or something, or like you're going into an unfamiliar set of circumstances and it's like throw on a shotgun, just throw on a shotgun. That's the best thing to do. But yeah, I like the way snipers play. So that's what I just kind of always use.
Yeah.
Solomon McFadden just asked a question. I'm going to ask the next one. It's Fatty Caddy. Do you guys think in Rise of Iron, bad perks like Guerrilla Fighter, Danger Close, etc., will be removed and replaced?
I fucking hope
Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful.
I really hope they are.
I don't think they're getting removed. Because it's like, it's an interim expansion. They're not doing any major, it's not like Taken King removing things and adding major parts, It's like, here's more content. Rise of Iron. Also, enjoy that underdog.
Also, we haven't heard anything about a sandbox update yet.
Yeah, you're right.
We haven't even heard anything about Arms Day either. That's been asked a ton of times, and there's just been nothing on it as far as I can tell.
Do you think they're saving that as like another Bungie stream reveal? Be like, hey, Arms Day and sandbox.
They usually do one in the tower.
Yeah, you're right.
Have they not done one? Huh? Yeah. For some reason, I thought they had. Yeah, maybe they'll do another stream where they show the tower or something.
Yeah, like vendors. Cool. They did show some vendor stuff already. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
The Last Mohegan 9. What is your stance on selfies, and should they be called lonelies?
What if there's somebody in there with you in your selfie?
It's not a selfie. It's two people.
I
don't know what to call that either.
It's a picture is what it is. It's a picture.
Last Mohican, don't judge. Let people do what they want to do.
No judge.
Happy. Unless they're eating crunchy peanut butter, then you can judge all you want.
Judge away.
The lazy theologian. Do you guys feel that Bungie is setting themselves up for failure by showing us so much of the new content before launch? We kind of talked about this before.
Yep.
Waiver, would Patrick consider sharding Dead Zone Cloak or Tefty shaving his beard for charity?
I was
What
actually
you got in
asked
mind,
this.
Waiver? Let's see
yeah.
some money on the table. Put some money on the barrelhead here, and we'll have a conversation. But right now, you're just talking about theoretics. Theoretical.
Yeah, theoretics.
Theoretics. It's a new word. It's a Planet
I
Destiny.
love it. I love it.
Yo, theoretic. You're majoring in theoretics right now.
Like, you got to put the money on the barrelhead, then we'll have a conversation.
I don't know. I love how some of the stuff that happened this week was, a bunch of streamers would, delete. Mr. Fruit deleted all his doctrines. There's a big thing with Chipwreck deleting his Aya's Luna. I don't even know if he actually did it or not. There's a bunch of things where people would delete characters and everything, and ultimately it comes down to what the streamer is willing to get rid of. I don't think the streamer should be pressured into getting rid of something that they really, really like, even for the sake of charity. I know that sounds like a really fucking, I don't know, just bad thing to say, but I mean, I'll delete tons of shit. Probably not my Dead Zone Revolution cloak or my Hunter, but no shit. I'll delete everything except my Hunter and my Dead Zone Revolution cloaks, essentially, if it came to charity.
Nice. Yeah, I'd say. I was just gonna say, if you're planning on donate that money anyways, then, who's, yeah, it's an awkward thing to say. Well, hey, you should shave your head, shave your beard,
so I can donate something.
Yeah. If there was a big enough number, though, yeah, I'd probably would.
Yeah. Mr. Water Balloon.
If there's a big enough number, I'll cut my hair. Come on.
Yeah.
Mr. Water Balloon, what faction, Future War Cult, Dead Orbit, or New Monarchy, will you be ranking up first for packages, and which package types? That's right, we're going to be able to select which package type we'll get.
Mm-hmm.
This all depends on when we get to the tower and we do that run around to see what all the rolls are on all of the weapons. That will decide what I start leveling up first.
I don't know. I'm not gonna like edge any of the faction reps just because I have so many moats and other materials just sitting around. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever.
Did we lose Patrick?
No, I'm right here. Hello.
Okay. I just got silent. I thought. Oh.
I don't know. Figured
I didn't have anything to add.
Preference?
What was the question again?
Faction. Which faction are you gonna level up first?
Yeah, usually I don't really care about this in the beginning of a DLC, but I have New Monarchy on my Titan, Future War Cult on my Hunter, and Dead Orbit on my Warlock, and I just keep it that way.
Yeah, that's kind of how I run it too. I really don't like the look of the New Monarchy armor though. Like, I really dislike it.
I don't think I've actually studied it yet to see it form an opinion.
Charles Boyle. If you all be a Destiny character in real life, who would it be? You could answer. You could use whatever abilities they have.
My Hunter.
Yeah, they talking about
never get away from the self-res thing with the Warlocks, man. That seems
yeah, you're right.
Super useful.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Like, everybody else got super awesome abilities, but self-res, man, you can do some shit with that.
I agree. Self-res is the way to go. Be like, you're trapped. Time to die. No! 5 hours later. I'm back, bitches.
And I got all these fucking solar grenades.
See, my Hunter's just is smart enough not to get in one of those situations. Because I run away from everything.
Until that one time you get caught with your knives out of your pocket.
No, see, I'm gonna buy all the knives. Buy all the knives from PAX West.
Don't they? Okay.
All of them, Tefty.
All of
them.
You have a warehouse.
I will buy all of them.
ICUP Funny Colors. Any of you guys planning to get into the competitive Destiny scene?
Wasn't this a question last week?
Yeah. This is last week. I can't remember what I answered, so I'll answer with what I feel like this week. No, probably not. I'll dabble in it because I think a bunch of people do want to see like Watts and I do like a tournament or get in a tournament or something. But no, I don't think I'll deliberately go in and try to go MLG or anything.
Yeah, there's
Cool,
definitely no way. There's
I'm too
definitely
old.
no way. Yeah, like I stream and play the game purely from a perspective of I'm having fun and I enjoy that aspect of it. If I were to try to take it like on a professional like MLG level, A, there's no way I could because I'm not good enough, but also B, I think I would just end up not liking it. So I want to have fun.
Miss 5000 Watts is also in chat now. Welcome back, Watts. I hope you.
Yo, Watts in chat.
Sorry you had to drop your cats off at the kennel, but now she says, "Screw you, Patrick. We are going MLG." So I mean,
Nice.
Like that, the game battles thing is fun. You don't have to like
That's true.
pretend that you're going MLG or that you're going to be a pro Destiny player to play game battles and have a good time.
Yeah.
But for me, Trials of Osiris is just about as competitive as I want to get, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Like,
days
that's
where I
a
love
really
it.
cool thing. You know,
Mhm.
Trials of Osiris is pretty awesome.
There's days where I love it and there's days where I hate it. And like I think it's at the perfect level for me as well. I think if I was trying to do an actual circuit, MLG and all that, I think I would ultimately end up hating it. So
I think what we
Game
could
battles
do,
is different. You know, it's like, you know, you play people, it's, you know, you go up the ladder, you go down the ladder, depending on how you win and lose. It's different. It could be fun.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to definitely get some, since private matches are coming. I think we could probably do some more podcast showdowns.
Oh yeah, we
Podcast
definitely gotta get that
showdown.
going.
Yeah, there we go.
And
yeah, we
had
can have a
good idea, too.
4v4.
Yeah, we can actually have a.
That's right.
Yeah.
That would work. That's good too. That way we don't have to bring in ringers like True Faker. We get pissed about when we do stuff like that. little upset. We had a good idea too with this a couple days ago, is to do like a sub wars where you have two streamers get together and pick subs at random to be on their team, and then the two streamers both get, you know, form their team. They get into a 6v6 match, but the two streamers don't actually fight. They just stand there wearing chatter white and like act as spectators / commentators on the action.
That's
While
awesome.
the subs actually have to win or lose
That's
the
great.
battle.
What you could do is do elimination, and just have them be hunters essentially with no armor. Start of every round they shoot they shoot a trip mine or something to kill themselves, and then they can just spectate as ghosts for the entire round, and they won't show up.
So
on
we
radar
also
or
came up
anything.
with this 8-ball mechanic though, that if you accidentally kill, like if it was, you know,
Mhm.
my subs versus your subs, Holtz, and one of my subs accidentally killed you, it'd be like sinking the 8-ball inappropriately.
Oh,
and you
and
just
they
lose
lose.
the round.
I don't
So like there could be some strategic bastardry happening.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to protect one of your teammates by jumping on a grenade.
I don't know. That'll
I don't know. I thought it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to happen. Like there's a lot of shit that can happen with custom matches or private matches.
Yeah.
TJ
Definitely.
Gooner, is the argument that skill-based matchmaking makes it better for low skill better invalid? Okay.
What?
That's a weird sentence.
One more
The
time.
argument that skill-based matchmaking makes it better for lower skill better invalid.
Invalid? No, it definitely makes it a better matchmaking experience for lower skill players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives it an even playing field for them and not get matched up against people who have clearly put in a lot of time and understand the mechanics.
The second part of his question is, wasn't in COD etc and was fine. I ask you, TJ, to go Google skill-based matchmaking Call of Duty and see how many videos you can find that absolutely can't stand it. It's over 100,000, I bet.
I mean, skill-based matchmaking for the people that play the game a lot ends up it forces you to have these competitive matches that you're not always thinking, oh, I want to go have a competitive match. Sometimes you want to just chill and relax, and SBMM forces you to play the quote-unquote meta.
Yeah.
So you don't just get
I
drowned.
can't play doubles, man, because it's just like every match, it's like you're just like sweating as hard as you can to get past it, you know?
Yeah. It's a tough philosophy because on one end, it's a competitive game mode. So it should be, it is competitive. Like it's in there. The
I'm
title
sorry,
says
I'm so
competitive.
fucking lost on what the hell this question was asking.
It
broke my brain.
is skill-based
That was
matchmaking
first.
good for lower end tier players?
Yeah.
Oh, is the statement saying it's good invalid? So the counter argument is that you don't get introduced to higher skilled players and you don't learn from that as much when you're lower skill.
You still will. It'll just
Not as much.
Yeah, it'll be, a little bit at a time. You won't, if you enter Destiny, theoretically, you'd never come up against, KJ Hovey until you actually got up to that skill level.
Oh, until you play like 20 games.
Or you play trials and you get you get matched up with them in the 7th game.
Or play trials.
Yeah.
Or be on your 6th game and play somebody from halfway around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
really
yeah.
the problem with skill-based matchmaking is that most players would really prefer connection-based matchmaking because it just feels like a better game at that point.
Yeah. The biggest problem with Destiny is that we don't have dedicated servers, which allow those high-skilled based matchmaking games that feel like ranked playlists actually feel truly competitive because somebody's ahead of the game, somebody's behind the game. It's just peer-to-peer is bad for it.
Nathan Torp, think we will get new weapons from the Guardsmith in Rise of Iron?
You fucking better. We fucking better.
Sigo says, thoughts on Bungie going back to more of a VOG/Crow's End raid style feel with Wrath of the Machine? Hey, we talked about this a little bit before. I'm in favor.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it.
Yeah, the hardest thing about just King's Fall, I mean, it's a heavily mechanic based raid. So while that's awesome, it is also incredibly punishing to to run that, because if one person messes up, you can play perfectly, but if one person
Also, most of the
messes up,
mechanics are stand here, shoot that thing.
basically.
Chase Mastenson, what's the appropriate punishment for a kitty for breaking a PlayStation? So if your cat was to say jump up on the table, push over your PlayStation, and it broke, how should said cat be?
Well, real talk. Don't punish your pets after the act is done, because they don't understand that concept of past actions.
This is true.
The better option would be, I don't know, bolt down your PlayStation so your cat can't knock it off, and just
Don't put it in a vertical position.
Don't put it in a vertical position on the side.
Yeah.
Take the loss, man, and just improve.
Yeah, like I got mine in a little cubby, so there's no way it can get knocked over. I mean, it's standing vertically, but if it was to get knocked a bit, it would just it wouldn't fall over aggressively. So
I keep mine from falling over by having it laying flat.
you could do that too.
It's pretty good.
Ice asks, what is this craziest game idea you've come up for private matches? I didn't come up with it, but elimination vehicles only. That was the craziest one I've heard.
On First Light. It's great.
I actually haven't given any thought to it, really.
Yeah.
I've been thinking more about like what competitive modes could we really see, because I want to see kind of more competitive Destiny stuff take off and get seen more. And I'm thinking Supremacy, like 4v4 Supremacy, would be a really solid game mode to try to watch.
That would be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I wonder, it'll be interesting to see the competitive side of things start to evolve now, because now that they can create private matches, now that they can select playlists, they can select maps, they can select which game modes they want to play. I wonder if they'll start doing like a rotating game mode, rotating maps, or specific game modes on specific maps, or if they'll just settle on one game mode and like 3 different maps. It'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Hmm. Yeah, agreed.
I also know Crandall asks, some of the new artifacts have made some exotics redundant. Will this affect the future of exotics? I think it's harsh to say redundant because as soon as you take the artifact off, you might still want that exotic.
Mhm.
Like you might, sometimes you might want the armamentarium, sometimes you might want the artifact that gives you double grenades and double melees. But just because you're not using the armamentarium right now doesn't mean it's redundant because you might want it later if you decide to switch to, a different artifact.
The other thing is like it's making it redundant. Well, it means it's opening up another exotic slot for you at the same
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting more benefit than you normally would. Yeah, that's another way to look at it. I mean, look at the Hunter Helm that gives radar on primaries. Okay. It doesn't really see a lot of use, but I'm sure some people use it and they're kind of maybe they really like it and they don't like that it takes up their exotic slot. Well, cool. Now you have that artifact that does that, and you can use a different exotic and still get that same benefit that you normally use. So I don't know. I see it if it's making something redundant, that's good because it's allowing you to, open up
playstyle options.
Yeah, open up other playstyle options on your character.
Yeah, I'm
It's gonna
pretty
be
sure
really
that.
fun messing with that stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Bungie will be thinking about that stuff in the future though, because I doubt that's the only artifacts that we're ever going to see. They're going to do stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be future ones as well.
You feel like they're locked into keeping this in the game in Destiny 2, or could they just this was a one and done kind of thing?
No, I think this is a progression thing. They're going to start thinking about this stuff in the future as well. Personally.
The super fun people, Cancer versus Destiny community, who would win? Also, describe the perfect pizza topping combination. Man, you just these are some big
That's
bomb
two questions.
Super fun.
That's
two questions in
All right,
one
each of you
tweet.
Two questions.
All right, we're just gonna go with the pizza one because I don't even know what the hell that Cancer versus
Oh,
Destiny.
because that's a rhetorical question. Destiny community wins
Right,
all the time.
exactly.
Yeah, obviously.
Exactly.
The stream showed that today. The bigger question that we can get much more discussion on is best pizza toppings. And personally, I do have a favorite pizza topping.
What is it?
Or a topping combination. So we start with just a general light sauce, and then we grill onions to the point that those things are just like completely translucent, reduced to just a mush. Then you put them on the pizza there.
That sounds good.
Actually, you put them over the cheese. I'm not too particular on the cheeses, as long as it's not too mozzarella. But you got to get a bunch of different cheese blends in there.
What do you mean not too mozzarella?
Yeah, you got to be
mozzarella
specific about that
cheese.
stuff, man.
You got to get, but not too much, to the point where it's like, man, I taste
You're not an
mozzarella
extra
on
cheese
this
guy.
cheese.
Is what you're saying?
Nah, yeah, I'm not like a bunch of But then you get some grilled chicken, a little bit of bacon. You get spinach leaves on there as well, and you get some andouille sausage. So basically, it's kind of like a almost Cajun-esque pizza. Yeah,
Sounds
there we
good.
go.
I'd
Yeah.
eat that.
This is not too bad.
Yeah.
Fucking delicious.
I'm gonna.
And it can't be deep dish.
I'm just gonna step away from this question. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, because
Goddamn right.
because I'm gluten free, so I don't get to eat pizza as often. When I do eat pizza, I have to make it myself, which is usually delicious. But I'm gonna step back on this one. That sounds great, Holtz. I'd eat that. I would definitely eat that
too.
pizza.
I like variety of pizza. I don't like to order the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I like to get different pizzas. When somebody says you want a Hawaiian pizza, I'm like, yeah, sure. Or when somebody says you want a pepperoni pizza, I'm like, yeah, sure. It depends on the mood I'm in, but sometimes I do get in the mood for sausage, Greek olives, and I can't remember the name of the cheese.
Cheese.
The kind of cheese you'd put in a calzone. I can't remember the name of it.
Cheese.
On a calzone? Isn't that like mozzarella?
Mozzarella and some kind of thicker, tasty cheese. I can't remember the name of it, but
I really do like it when the pizzas have very robust cheeses in there, like a 4-cheese blend of something. I think that's
pizza.
delicious.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Delicious.
And sometimes I like, when somebody makes a crazy pizza, it's got taco chips and lettuce on the fucking thing.
Taco chips?
Delicious. Like a Mexican pizza.
Taco Bell? What?
Pizza's good.
People in
Justin
chat are trying
Holstein.
to roll me up. I'm sorry, people in chat are trying to roll me up. They're like, "Hey, we don't like French fries. Deep dish is
'Cause
the
French
better
fries are
pizza."
just-
I see what you're doing. I see it.
I understand how you don't like deep dish pizza, man. It's weird. Anyways,
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know. Maybe I don't like bread soup.
it's not bread soup. It's
Just
done
I
right.
think you just had bad deep dish pizza. I think that's
Yeah. You know, that's clearly what it is,
does not
man.
come to mind when I think of deep dish pizza. I
It's
think it's
far
crunchy,
from it.
buttery crust.
Yeah. Usually you pay for it afterwards because it's so delicious. You eat way too
Yeah,
much
it
of
is
it. You're like,
delicious,
oh
man.
my God, I'm awful feeling right now.
Justin Holstein asks, think matchmaking for raids is a good idea if you must first complete the raid to unlock matchmaking?
No.
I think it would cause problems. It really
I think
would.
it'd be a bad experience, man.
No, just I mean, look how many people already don't like the fact that people get carried through Trials of Osiris. And oh, you didn't earn that, someone carried you through. Well, now there's going to be people that maybe got carried through a raid encounter. They don't know the mechanics as well as they should, and they go into a matchmaking thing. Some people are going to have voice, some won't. Just no.
Yeah, some people just do it to
There's-
see if it worked and then they bounce out
Matchmaking
immediately.
in Strikes drives me nuts. Like, never mind getting carried. I'm just talking about just getting this thing done. I get into strikes like with random matchmaking. It's like people don't know how to do anything in these strikes. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine trying to do a raid without like at least knowing that these people are going to have microphones and that they have some level of communication skill.
Thumbs?
You can get through Taken King's raid without thumbs. All you got to do is fucking stand still right where I put you. You'll be okay. Shoot that shit when I tell you to. But you got to have a mic, man. You got to have a mic for raids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially if you're like
Matchmaking,
going,
that's not guaranteed.
if you're going through it for the first time, most typically, yeah. I have gone through the raid a few times with people who don't have mics, but they've been proficient enough to just be able to take direction and hit a wave
Yeah.
or squat
Yeah.
for a yes or no. But yeah,
But matchmaking, you don't know what you're going to get. People would just be bouncing out at random, like, oh,
Yeah.
God, that sounds like the most awful raid experience you could possibly have as
Okay.
a match-made raid.
So the current PlayStation exclusive strike, Echo Chamber,
Oh,
where you have
that's
to
what comes to mind.
get
Yeah.
you have to grab the orb and then put it in the thing. Just based on that one,
Yeah.
people will grab the orb and then never put it, and like you can't progress. You can't
Yeah.
progress from that point if someone just grabs the orb and then refuses to progress forward. So imagine that in a raid.
and that's,
Yep.
even if people aren't trolling, like, so they'll grab the thing and just die repeatedly. Or at the end of it, where you have to go and like walk across, they'll grab it, but they won't know which direction to go into, or they won't know when the Vex actually spawns, so they'll put it in at the wrong time. Just
Mhm.
make the thing fucking harder. I don't matchmaking for a raid just doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
Jay at DCC, should Bungie show off Destiny 2 before E3 2017?
I hope. I want to know if something amazing is coming. I also want it to be
So-
before E3 of next year, but it's probably not going to be the case.
You want it to release before E3?
Yeah, I know it's not going to happen, but
That's not happening.
yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get a fall release for
Yeah.
Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Release specifically.
Mhm.
But I definitely don't want to feel like we've felt in the past where months go by and we have no idea where the game is going and what kind of direction. Like, I want some communication, but I want it in the form of a poster. Just give me a poster and then another poster and then another
Hefty.
poster.
Tefty, you can just go play No Man's Sky. There's an infinite amount of planets to explore.
True. And there'll probably be updates
The
too
upside.
by that point.
Not true. There's like 13 quadrillion. Not infinite.
Yeah. Yeah, that argument is hilarious. It's not infinite, man. It's finite. There's 18 quadrillion. It's like, in human terms, that's infinite.
I think that it will get its big. It'll be on like the Sony stage for E3. Like it's
Yeah.
that big of an announcement. It'll get its limelight at E3. It won't be like a week before E3 kind of Bungie stream thing. This is big. This is Destiny 2, not an expansion. We're
Yeah,
gonna see this thing.
It sells
E3.
consoles. So
Yeah.
They're gonna feature it for sure. I just don't want to wait until E3 to hear about something.
Yeah, I think we probably will though.
Oh my god. Ugh.
I don't think year 3 is going to be pleasant, man. I don't.
I'm bracing for a year 3 that's identical to this one with
Yeah.
less content.
Yeah. I think you're nailing it right on the head there.
But we got private matches.
Yeah, that's true. Josh G, what is each of your favorite things about being part of this great community?
Man, I mean that charity stream is like that's like number 1 right there. That's why the community is so incredible.
Yeah, that's
You
cool.
know? It highlights it. Just the positivity in the community is just astonishing.
What's your favorite thing, though? What's your favorite thing about being part of this community?
Honestly, like when I think of my stream and my channel and how a typical stream goes for me, it's the culmination of positive energy around the game. Like I generally think of myself as a positive person, and I try to create positive energy whenever I'm doing something, whatever I endeavor to. So, you know, my stream is a reflection of that, and like I think this community really fosters sparks of it. So it's yeah.
For one thing, I just like that. Yeah, everyone's supportive of each other, from the top people on Twitch, the largest YouTubers, to down to just people playing the game. Everyone's pretty much cool with everyone. There's no, there's of course there's going to be beef within the community, but everything's like,
Mhm.
Very
everyone's
little
cool.
though. Very little beef.
Compared to other games. Like this
Yeah.
is one of the most welcoming communities I've ever seen. Anytime on Reddit where there's a post that says like, hey, I'm interested in playing Destiny, and it's on like a different subreddit, someone is always guaranteed to respond, hey, if you're interested, come over to Destiny the game. We're a friendly little bunch over there. And then another response would be, hey, if you like PvP, you can come to Crucible Playbook subreddit, and just all the lists. And yeah, if you get into the game, here's this website that you can use to, help you find people. It's just a really welcoming community.
Yeah, overall, I think I really have to just kind of agree with both of you here. It's like when I jump onto a stream, the fun I have with the community, the friendships I've built with people I've played with, like it's been unlike any other game I've ever played. I've played multiplayer games before. I played cooperative games before, but I've never played a game where I've formed so many relationships that I find valuable over and over again. Something special about this community. I mean, we saw that obviously today with $500,000, $500,000 donated to charity. But, we see it all the time, in streams, when we're just hanging out doing raids, like it's just fun to be part of it, and it's just fun.
Yeah. It's contagious too.
It is.
People pick up on it.
DJ Defcon, what's your worst experience when you first played the Taken King? It was I don't remember what quest it is. You guys might have to help me out, but it was fucking farming the satellites that dropped to Earth for 4 hours. It was absolutely the worst.
For the sleeper simulant.
I was so fucking mad. I was like, how can I not be seeing any of these things? Like I had this stupid website up, like telling me exactly where they're gonna be, and it just wouldn't drop.
Oh
4
man.
hours.
And then I did it on Xbox, and then dropped it right away for me.
I'm gonna have to say the Fears Embrace mission. I
one's
don't
that?
know. You do it right at the end of, I believe, the Taken. It's like
Taken
the end of the Taken War quest line, where you go back to Phobos, and you
Yeah.
go into that one circular room, and there's poison gas everywhere.
Yep.
And it's like a really high light level mission for where you are at your light level. So it's like, oh my god, there's so much shit. Everything is killing me. And I tried to solo it on stream, and I did that for like I think a solid hour, and then I finally I could not solo it for the life of me. And then I had someone come in and help me, and then for the touch, you have to do that one for the Touch of Malice mission as well at the very end of it. So
isn't it even harder when you do the Touch of Malice one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe it's even a higher light level,
Yeah,
and so it's
it's-
like, oh my fucking god,
It's
no.
legitimately difficult PvE
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick, I remember that too because like we were trying to level up as fast as we
Mhm.
could.
and then this
and,
thing comes
Like
in.
I was
Oh,
way
that was
under
it.
light level for that too.
That was-
like
that
was
was it.
hard.
That was it, because we like didn't get anything at the end of it too. It's like, this is the end of the Taken World quest line. This is gonna be okay. So there's got to be like a really cool reward for
Oh,
this.
the loot
something.
is coming.
and it's like this, I had to work my ass off to do this mission. What do we get? Here's some Vanguard rep. If I remember
Yeah.
right. I can't
Here's a
remember the
quarter,
exact
kid.
I remember being disappointed.
Good job. Spend it all in one place.
Oh man. Oh, you know what I hated actually? Now that I think about it, I hated doing the last word kills when the last word was garbage with chaperone,
To get the chaperone
And-
quest done.
and I didn't want to use a shotgun at the time. I was like, I'm not using a shotgun. I'm gonna use the last word, and I was like, why is this gun trash now? What have you done, Bungie? So pissed off during that.
Yeah, that one was pretty rough to do at the start as well. I think I just ended up
The
using my
imbrication one is the one that I remember being hard. For some reason the chaperone one never stands out in my mind, but the imbrication one, that gun was fucking hot trash. That gun was terrible.
I'll be right back. Chair, take over the podcast for me.
Chair hype.
All right.
He's getting out of the chair, out of the attic.
I think he's going to get an imprecation.
Hmm.
Jack, what do you expect from Three of Coins in the Trials of Osiris tweaks that they're talking about?
I don't think they're gonna do anything to. Wait, did they say they were changing 3-coin?
I don't expect them to do anything to Three of Coins.
Yeah, and did they specifically say something about Trials Cyrus that they're changing?
I don't know, man. This one's kind of catching me off guard. I haven't heard them
Yeah, I
talking
haven't-
about Trials of Osiris tweaks.
I haven't heard about that. My thought is that 3-coin is going to be the same.
Remain as is.
Yeah, it's going to remain as is. Drop rates are going to be the same. And if they do anything to Trials of Osiris, maybe adjust drop rates. Maybe change the way things drop instead of,
The bounties, maybe too.
yeah, adjust the bounties a bit. Hopefully they bring back connection-based stuff, like specifically. So
Yeah.
it's not like, hey, let's match you up with somebody in Spain because it's game 5 or 6. Like, I hope that's hope they go away with that.
JD from the IE, my clan, Junkie Gaming, nice plug, I respect it, is going to run a blind raid for the first time in Rise of Iron. Any advice?
Patience. Booze.
Oh yeah, patience. That's a good one too.
Patience. Booze. I'd say Red Bull, but I'm kind of scared of Red Bull.
Yeah. Have you tried Adderall?
Jesus, don't.
Not a sponsor.
Genuinely for the, if you're going through with like a raid group, having someone that's experienced like just running raids in general, not even Destiny raids, just like, you know, anything where they can quickly understand encounters, and you're running it blind, having that person or having a shot caller in the raid to like kind of call out stuff is unbelievably helpful. Not to the point where like they're describing fights, but like, you know, where they quickly understand mechanics and shit like that and can kind of relay that to the rest of the raid to help everyone else understand it.
Yeah.
Bring in a positive attitude too. If you get somebody in there who is just motherfucking everybody in the group every time they die, or just yelling or being a jerk, it's not going to be fun for anybody, right?
True.
It's that you could get one lemon in a raid group, and it brings down the fun factor. If everybody in there is having a good time, be constructive. You can be criticizing somebody, but also be constructive about it and not be nasty about it. That's fine, But selecting a clan or a raid group, especially if you're planning on being in there for, that first raid could take a long time. It took us over 12 hours, right? For Taken King?
Over 12 hours for Taken King. And I think for the hard mode, like we had to take a break because I was fucking starving. So I had to like leave, go get food, eat, and then we came back 2 hours later.
We got gear checked on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Didn't
we did both times. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't
Yeah.
get gear checked this time because
Well, I don't know. I feel like there won't be as big of a gear check this time for some reason.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Although there might be. I mean, you look at what Crow's End did. Crow's End had a severe gear check
Oh,
that literally was impossible unless you had somebody who was 31.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I mean, attitude, just and patience, and try and enjoy your time in there, and take a break if you need one.
yeah.
Gavin Risbridger, do you think trials will change during Rise of Iron? If so, what would you like to see?
I don't know.
People were saying in chat side switching, and I think that really,
yeah.
really, really needs to be in there.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to rotate sides. I don't understand why it doesn't do it.
So, I don't know. I definitely want to see a side switch come in at some point. Like, I know Derek Carroll and a lot of the other guys there, they say, like, if data doesn't show that, sides differ, but damn it, they do. There is a difference between each side. And, just fucking try it for 1 week. Just fucking try it. See what happens. See if you can implement side switching.
Just to make us fucking happy, do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, we're asking
seriously.
for it. Just make us fucking happy.
We've been asking for it since Trials came in year one. Just
Right.
fucking please let us try it. If the community turns out goes, oh yeah, no, you were right, that was really bad, then you can undo the change. It's okay to undo changes.
Yeah.
But shit, you tried in where the Trials map rotates every single time you play.
Right?
How about trying letting us switch spawn? Just try it. That's all that we're asking. Just try it.
Yeah, we need it. And they also say the data says that like it's 50-50. That's because they're taking the entire set of everything. And then good players are going to dominate no matter what on that set. Like, they can't just look at it from pure data standpoint. They need to look at it from how does it play and experience on the team's sides.
Yeah. The only valid data would be two like completely even teams.
Yeah, exactly.
JB Mega, how the fuck did this get in here? JB Mega, if Bungie comes out with weapon balance update for Rise of Iron, what's the most important thing you want them to fix? Also, boots.
Boots?
Warlock boots? Warlock boots?
JB Mega trolls me in chat all the time. I always get boots out of packages. Every package. Boots.
You're the proud new owner of Boots.
Boots.
All
right, what would you like to see? I think we talked about weapon balance a little bit earlier.
It's
probably
basically that. See,
Yeah.
primaries, a little more effective. Hand cannons to be consistent. I would like their rate of fire to actually be their rate of fire, not this is what it can work at, but it doesn't work at because we want you to rest in between shots. Then just make that
this
rate
is
of fire.
interesting, Patrick. The next question is: do you guys think if hand cannons are fixed and bloom removed, they'd be OP, or just buff other weapons too?
I think they'd be OP, honestly, because if you look at the current meta at the moment, it's pretty much there's a lot of hand cannons on the top that get used that are very effective. So if they are even more accurate with reduced bloom, that stat just goes up further because they hit the hardest. Why wouldn't you use the hardest hitting bullet in the game? Because that also helps with team shots.
Maybe because you like the way auto rifles play. Like there's more reasons other than logic to use a weapon. And some players are going to like to use auto rifles, so they will use auto rifles, even though logically, a hand cannon does the most damage per round.
So you telling me that the population just wants to use Mida, last word?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But some players, that's
the case right now. Also, some players are using other weapons because, like, Robbie V loves the Jade Rabbit.
Yeah,
like so much so that it's his weapon. He's saying it's the meta, and you guys just aren't using it. I don't think that's the case.
It has an extraordinarily fast time to kill. It's one of the few weapons left with a 0.8 second time to kill.
I wonder why is he
like, if you can hit 3 headshots rapidly, you can kill faster than a Mida.
Yeah. I'm wondering why he likes
punished.
Jade Rabbit over like the Coicus. or
It's
another
got
one
more
that's
aim assist. It's a little easier to use for one.
yeah, Coinbase
Yeah.
has pretty good aim assist too. But
Well,
whatever.
what I'm saying though is that disregarding like personal preference and love of a certain weapon, I think that the hand cannon is just going to be dominant because it hits really hard. It's extremely hard hitting when you have those high impact ones, and if they're even more accurate, then team shotting with hand cannons is just super deadly.
Team shotting with anything is going to be deadly because it's team shotting though.
I think, well, again, it comes down to numbers. So the hardest, like if you have the highest impact weapon, or the hardest hitting weapon, I should say, and then things like reactive reload making it a two shot potentially, or luck in the chamber, then I don't know. I think that becomes the meta.
For me, I've said this in a couple other videos, but I guess I can re-say it because it was from a long time ago. I don't like perks that just intrinsically give you a damage boost, because it creates these issues where some weapons will just completely outperform everything, even though it's only in very small circumstances, like crowd control or reactive reload. It's still something that you can't predict on the receiving end of it. Like you're not gonna, unless you inspect the dude's weapon, it, you see it come up in the kill feed that you just got a weapon. You need to back off from there. That's a huge amount of awareness that frankly no one is going to have, or I'm not going to say no one, but an unbelievably large amount of the player base won't have that. So things that increase damage to the point where it creates those situations that can completely define a weapon class, I don't know, I feel like those need to be toned down in favor of other things that just make weapons more consistent.
Sure.
I know that's a much more boring outlook on weapons, but at this, for the sake of PvP balance, stuff like that is just unbelievably frustrating to go against at the same time. Yeah.
I think it comes down to this. If you're going to make hand cannons extremely accurate, if you're going to take away the bloom and you're going to make them consistent, then you have to nerf the range dramatically. Otherwise, there's no reason to use a scout rifle.
Yeah, that was the year one meta, right? There was no reason to use a scout rifle because hand cannons were just better versions
at
of scout
insane
rifles.
range. You could map people with it. That's the problem.
Yeah. I don't know, man. These problems are tough.
The
problem is like if you change one thing on a hand cannon, it's like you've got to then look at the repercussions like for every other type of weapon across the board. And yeah, I'd like hand cannons to feel better. Like when I have a good hand cannon that has rifle barrel on it and rangefinder, and the thing actually connects nearly every time I shoot it, I feel like it feels good. But then if you add luck in the chamber and all of a sudden I'm getting two shots with it, that feels bad to every player I go against in the Crucible.
Yeah. I don't know. My only thing with hand cannons is I agree, Tefty. They can be unbelievably powerful. I mean, they have defined the meta in the past for PvP, and they probably will going forward just due to their lethality. But at the same time, I just find it very odd that they have this RNG element coded in them in the form of bloom, which it goes against basically everything that they've said about Destiny having things you will visually see information towards you, like say hip firing weapon, you'll see the reticles bloom outwards. Well, on a precision damage weapon, you can't see bloom. You can't necessarily feel it either. On a weapon, it's kind of it's just this.
Well, it's inconsistency. That's how it translates to.
It's an inconsistent thing that we effectively, the only way that we can control it is waiting in between firing. So there's no visual element to show when that like time limit has passed.
In Reach,
if they had that, maybe, but still, they
did have that
implemented bloom currently.
They did have that in Reach for the DMR. You'd shoot, and then there would be a circle that would close, and then as soon as it was, based back to the reset, then it was an accurate shot. But if you spam the trigger when that circle was closing, the bloom would affect it heavily, and the community hated it.
You didn't aim down sight in that game.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it would show up. Would it do both? No, you could zoom in with the DMR. You'd have to click the right stick. to zoom in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't
uh-huh.
just a hip fire. Okay.
No, it wasn't just hipfire. No, you could zoom in, but like
So
the
the site
bloom,
itself had a
there was
reticle
a
on the site,
circle.
did it?
Yeah, to tell you when your bloom was reset. So they had done that in the past, but also the community absolutely hated bloom on the DMR, and they eventually reduced it until I think there was a title update where they removed it completely. I think for one event, I can't remember exactly, but it's a historical thing with Bungie, that bloom, for the most powerful, hardest hitting weapon.
No, I understand. I understand why it's there. It's to add, an element of, I don't know. It's there for, the intentions are good, but the implementation isn't right. I guess is the easiest way to say it.
Well, it's the fact that you have your reticle on something, and you shoot, and then you readjust your reticle with aim skill, and you shoot again, and then you're penalized, and that pisses people off.
Yeah, because it's the only weapon type that happens on. Doesn't happen on scouts, pulses, anything else. If your reticle's on it, you're gonna hit it with every other weapon type except hand cannons. Because, I think we've talked about this like to ad nauseum at this point, so we should probably move on to another question, though.
I wonder what'll be the topics we talk about next year for an entire year.
The exact same stuff. Hand
Throw
cannons
it
being
out of left
inconsistent.
Throw it out of left field. I never would have thought that like the high rate of fire auto rifles would have been good. I'm gonna throw it out of left field.
Thought it, yeah.
Fusion rifles. We're gonna be calling for fusion rifle nerfs. I'm just calling it right now.
Get out of here.
No, I am calling it right now. They're going to do something to fusion rifles that just makes everyone go, "Holy shit! This needs to be reduced." I'm gonna be the prophet. It'll happen.
And with that statement, Bungie nerfs fusion rifles again.
and
They're
hunter
in the
throwing
garbage
knives,
again.
And hunter throwing knives.
All right.
Right.
I thought we were going to do a quick one today, but this has turned out to be a long podcast. So this is going to be the last question.
All right.
Jonathan asks, do you think Luke Smith was joking about the secret chest in VOG?
Okay. That wasn't Luke Smith.
It wasn't Luke Smith?
No, that was not Luke Smith.
Oh, that's too bad. It was such a good story if it was.
Yeah. If you go to Luke Smith's Twitter, people were asking him, "Hey, how come you haven't released it?" He said, that wasn't me in the chat."
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Bummer. That would have been a good story if it was. Basically, somebody went into the chat, apparently not to Luke Smith, and said, "If you guys hit 500,000, I'll tell you where the last chest is in Vault Glass."
420.
Oh, 420. That's right, 420. Which, even if it was Luke Smith, I just assumed it was a joke. There is no last chest, and it was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Could be. There could be.
There might be. That beam of light.
That's it. That's all the questions.
Questions? Is that it?
That's it.
Is that it?
Nice.
That's all of them?
Nicely done.
Wow. All right. Well, shit. That was a much longer podcast than I expected. Thank you, everyone who put in questions this week. I hope did we get to everyone? No, there's still some there. Briar?
What's that? I'm sorry. Say that again.
Still some questions?
That was all the
Nice.
questions, unless we get into repeats or ones that are outright insulting.
Yeah. Those will get skipped.
Yeah.
All right.
Block.
All right.
Mute.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in and hanging out with us on this podcast. Thank you for listening, everyone out there. That was the 85th episode. This has been Patrick Casey. You can find me at Holtzman_PD on Twitter, or just Holtzman on Twitch. Come say hi. And I'll see you at DestinyCon.
There you go. I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me on Twitch at the Briar Rabbit, or I'm sorry, on Twitch. Just look up Briar Rabbit. On Twitter at the Briar Rabbit. On YouTube on the Briar Rabbit channel. Just Google Briar Rabbit. You usually find me somewhere.
And I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. You can catch the streams I do, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft, and here on Planet Destiny Twitch channel. And I will see you guys at Destiny CommunityCon as well on Saturday. Let's go.
We will see you then, guys. Thank you for tuning in. That was the 85th episode. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye, guys.